game and appreciate and respect the student athletes, the coaches, and the officials.
And we welcome you to Mounds High School, high atop Arden Hills and Mustang Stadium at Bob Stewart Field. Bill Catlin, Rob Reese with you. So glad to have you along as we get set for our 2022 football season as the Mustangs host sort of a crosstown rival, Totino Grace. They certainly have always been in the sights of Mustangs over the years, and this will be a dandy game because both these teams are trying to find themselves, Rob, after kind of out of ordinary seasons last year. They were both 3-6, and the Mustangs, they feel like they're a better team this year, and as do the Eagles. So it should be a good one. Very warm night, 90-some degrees as we start this game, and see if that will play a factor.
Yeah, I hope kids are hydrated tonight. This is the kind of evening where you see a lot of kids cramping, and at least that's the least amount of injury that we would worry about. But I think both teams are going to be ready. It was pretty uncommon last year to see 3 wins out of each of these programs. So they're going to come out and really get after it tonight. I'm looking forward to see what Coach Moberg's got in store for the Eagles.
Coach Moberg, of course, Aaron Moberg, the head coach of the Mustangs, in his 6th season. There are 10 starters back from a year ago. That is a combination of both on sides of the ball, so not a lot, really, if you think about it. And unfortunately, they've been hit with the injury bug early on here, Rob, as they're dealing with 2. Probably the most significant one, of course, is their center. Their starting center, Mark James. He has been diagnosed. An MRI was it sounds like it's a pinched nerve or some kind of a disc issue that could put him out a pretty considerable amount of time here. So in steps a senior, which is usual case for Mounds. The football program here is built up so great over the years with Jim Galvin and now
Absolutely.
Transitioning here to Moberg. Roman James will step in at center, and that will be one of our key plays or areas to watch tonight to see how that all plays out.
And that also could be why the heat could affect us tonight, because I know the depth along that offensive and defensive line is not necessarily there. I think they're hoping to be surprised with some up-and-coming kids. But if we've got players playing both ways, they're going to have to really be ready tonight to give it their all.
And much like last year, they have great skilled position players.
Yes, they do.
Of course, with returning quarterback Owen Wark to lead the way. Owen looks really sharp. He's looked good in summer practice here as we get ready for the season. And he's got some weapons out there, most notably Tyler Nystrom, the junior.
Nystrom had such an incredible season last year as a sophomore. His future is very, very bright. And I enjoyed the development of Owen Wark last year. I've had a couple opportunities to kind of walk the building here now that I took over as principal. And you can see from our library the practices out here, and Wark has looked so sharp. This 7-on-7 stuff that they do.
You're not doing your work?
Hey, listen, everybody needs a break. Everybody needs a way to fill their
tank. Give you a hard time. And congratulations, by the way. We're glad to have you as the principal, having you had been principal at Chippewa and then over at Edgewood and now here. Congratulations, because you'll do a great job. Yeah, Owen looks sharp, and really it's a timing issue last year, too. And when he first started, as got that start, there were some timing issues, and the line, like you said, there you got to get enough protection. So that'll be interesting. As Totino and the Eagles, the Totino Grace Eagles, come out of the field, you can hear the
little bit of booze.
From the Mustang Stampede here, corral over here. So, but it should be interesting to watch, as you said, Aaron's development. Has he taken it to the next level here as a senior? He's got, as we said, some really good receivers to work with there. Along with Nystrom, he's got Jack Bry and he's got Caden Pursuti. And then at tight end, they've got a nice-looking tight end in there too. So I think for him, and interestingly there, Jack Bry was supposed to go to Totino. I mean, his other siblings had gone there. Jack was slated to go there, and his Mounds U friends, having played Mounds U youth football, convinced him to stay. So I think he'll have a little extra tonight, right? Don't you think?
Yeah. I really hope they get the running game going. I think last year that was one of the things they never really got up and running as much as they needed to.
All right, and the third member of our team is here as we're glad to have Anthony Calistro here. Calistro is Anthony is the brother of Vince Calistro, our defensive coordinator, and Anthony, and of course, knows his football. He was with us last year. Rob, don't go. You don't have to go too far. I know he's got to go work as our principal, but thank you, Rob. We'll check back in with you. We're getting ready for the national anthem, so let's step aside for just a moment, and as we do that, we get you ready for kickoff here. Mounds View taking on Totino Grace, and we'll have it for you in just a bit. Back here at Mustang Stadium, Bill Conlon, Vince Calistro with you as we get set for the opening kickoff of the 2022 season. And as we mentioned, Vince, I was talking with Rob prior to you getting here. Certainly we can mention that too. It's a nightmare here at Mounds High School as far as they had some late construction action, which meant less parking. And so, Vince, I think you parked up near Bethel, right?
Yeah, I had to park near Bethel. The parking lot is jam-packed, and I know this time of year people are always excited for football season to kick off, and you can tell it is an absolute jungle in the parking lot right now. I got people crossing the street. You got people all piling in right now. It's a great turnout, beautiful night for football here.
Yeah, and it may not look that way, but you'll as we go through this game, there will be more and more folks filing in as the Eagles and the Mustangs, as we mentioned, both trying to come off what was unusual seasons for both of them in wins and loss-wise. 3-6, both teams, and you got to imagine they've got something more in store here for this season. Certainly the Mustangs would like to see.
Yeah, definitely a strange season for both programs. They had some highs and lows. Totino Grace found their streak a little bit later in the year last year. And Mounds really started out the year with a great win versus those Eagles last year.
Off the opening kickoff, bobbled a little bit, but then picked up and brought up to about the 23-yard line. Nice job there by the Mustangs. And that was number 18, Amir Safi. Well, the Mustangs do a spread offense. As you know, they like to use those receivers. Tyler Nystrom, they've got such great wideouts. Jack Bray, Caden Pursuti, and Langston Hall. Let's see who comes out first with Owen Warwick at the helm at QB for Mounds View.
Yeah, Nystrom was a great sophomore for them last year, returning his junior year. He's an athletic kid and likes to make big plays. He'll be playing both sides of the ball. Got a lot of Mustangs playing both ways this year.
And the key, as we mentioned in the pregame, Roman James, how will he do first time at center? Here's a trick play right off the bat. Looked like he was going to throw it. Instead, he's running it. Nice effort there. Looks like it's a first down. And that was Jacob Sampson with the ball on kind of a end around back to the running back who came back through. But Sampson, that was an interesting trick play to start.
They catch him off guard. It looked like, he did look like he almost looked to pass, and I don't know if that was a fake or maybe that was an option, but got onto that edge. And
2nd and 2 here from the 31-yard line, Vince, as they do a handoff to DJ Cook. Cook on the outside, running far side, and for the first down. Nice work.
Big hit.
There's they're expecting big things from this junior who actually started camp with a broken wrist coming off the spring lacrosse season.
Yep.
But able to get that healed up. He was on the tail end of that. And so nice run by DJ there.
Yeah, good to see him back and running hard, getting the first quarter jitters out of the way.
Mustangs first down and 10 at the 37. Another running back that the Mustangs hope to have back in the saddle will be Mitch Olson, who's just a sophomore.
Oh, it's down. Ball's out.
And a fumble. It looks like, did Totino get it back?
Yeah, it looks like his Eagles recovered that one.
Warwick unfortunately lost the handle there, and on the exchange, Totino does recover the fumble, and that's near the 34-yard line. So an unfortunate mistake by the Mustangs there.
Yeah, looked like the ball popped on that initial hit. You know what they say, bend but don't break. Early turnover. Expect a big play from Totino Grace here. Last year they threw the ball a lot more than typically than Totino Grace usually does. They come out in a pro formation.
Now Totino with their very good quarterback here who has looked for, this is Nick Rahonen, and he is senior quarterback for the Eagles. See if he goes to the air. No, a handoff and a nice running hole right up the middle there, as no problem for E.J. Mathis. And Eagles are inside the now the 21-yard line, I guess. They're going to
first down.
Good run there against this Mustang defense, which is not big. They're fast, and they're going to have to deal with the bigger lines that they face.
Yep, and it looks like Totino Grace is lining up here again at their wing formation, going to try to establish that run. They like to do ISO, power, and to work outside. That was Mathis again.
Mathis in there, and looks as though the tackle in there is Evan Hatton, along with, looks like 36 for our Mustangs there. So nice job there that time.
Yeah, Evan Hatton was a big play for them last year on defense. As a sophomore, he comes back his junior year, put on a little size this summer in the weight room, and is really looking to make a new impact at linebacker. There goes our sheet.
The wind is howling up there, and there's a great pursuit and a great effort there on first down. That one will lose yardage on a pitch out by the Eagles. They tried to get Mathis on the outside, and a whole host of Mustangs in on that one. most notably.
52.
Yep. Abdallah Abed.
And Abdallah played a lot of linebacker last year, and it looks like he's playing D-line, and he'll be another guy playing both ways.
Yeah, they did move him to D-line, and, of course, Hatton is playing both sides of the line, or both sides of the offense and defense. Here's a nice pursuit there and a great
there he is.
Tackle.
22.
Great work there by Sam Heinrichs. And really good pursuit by the whole
that was
defensive line there.
Spilling it outside. That was an amazing job there. I know Coach Kalister likes to see that TFL.
And, Vince, you called it. Bend, don't break. Well, it's 4th and 11. Let's see if they can, get him here.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like Totino's going to – they're certainly going to go for it. That'd be a lot of –
Yeah, Totino Grace is going to have to dig deep in the playbook to find their 4th and 11.
The wind is swirling. It's kind of, I was going to say that would be a kick into the wind, but it's actually a crosswind.
Well, they're about 90% throw out of this formation with the wing trips.
And back to throw, looking to the side here on the far side. Will he stop them? They do. They stop him for he can get the about a gain of about 6, but that will not be enough for the first down unless the scoreboard is wrong. The Mustangs will take over. Yes, the Mustangs take over on downs. It was weird because the scoreboard said one thing, and I was looking at the yard marker down there. So the Mustangs do take over. Good news. As you said, bend, don't break, and they'll get it back after a.
Yep, and that first drive for the offense, they're getting the jitters out. This is their first time going live against real competition outside their scrimmage, and so you expect a couple of mistakes early in the season. Going to work through those. Like to see a better result on this next drive for the Mustangs.
I mentioned to you, Vince, that Evan Hatton's going to play both the defense and offensive side. He's at right tackle here, so hopefully the heat does not set in and tire him out, I should say. There is quite a nice breeze that is helping to cool it off a bit. Owen Wark on the keeper. I don't know if that was a design keeper. I think he wanted to throw that, but nonetheless, he got maybe a yard out of nothing there.
Yep, he made a move on a guy. It looked like he found a seam and worked for it. It definitely was a pass with a broken down play. Eagles are bringing a lot of pressure early, and they're not making it easy on this O-line.
Yeah, they are bringing the pressure. You're right. As we go to 2nd and 9 from the 19. 7:25 to go, first quarter. Vince Calistro, Bill Connell with you, and glad to have you along from Mustang Stadium, Bob Stewart Field, here in the Mustangs home opener and season opener. Warwick is in trouble. Look out. Oh,
that ball was tipped.
It was tipped. And right now, you also got to give big-time credit to the secondary of this Eagle team because not any of the receivers got open on that play.
No, and that defensive line of the Eagles is a very big group of guys. I mean, you can tell we're all the way up here, and we can tell these are some big boys.
Yeah, that's been the issue for Coach Moberg since he, in the last 6 years, for whatever reason, we just cannot seem to get linemen. All the boys want to play the skill positions, and we're at least we're not getting the big boys. We got some good linemen, but they got to use their speed. And there's some, like you just said, big size there. Getting Warwick. Owen is flushed out of the pocket, and that will not be a first down. He got maybe a yard, maybe 2.
Yeah, and expect to see the punt team here.
Oh, I thought they also said a marker, but no marker down. So now it is 4th and 9. It's got to be a little less than that. Let's see, 4th and. Now they are going to punt here. And the punter coming in is Jack Bry. As I mentioned, Jack was most likely going to go to Totino Grace, but his Mustang friends convinced him otherwise. So
yep. Yeah, I went to Irondale. We had a lot of that. We had a lot of cross-recruiting, Totino Grace, Mounds even, and Irondale. These schools are all within about 5 miles of each other, if that.
Off the snap, Bry. Oh, and he just got it off. And this one could be trouble if it bounced backwards. I thought it might hit the Totino player, but it gives a nice Totino bounce and forward. It'll be inside Mounds territory for another chance for the Eagles in their second possession of the game here.
Yeah, but good field position here for the Eagles. Again, looking for them to always establish the run early. They like to be a hard-nosed football team, and Last year, towards the end of the year, they really started reestablishing that again. Like the Mustangs, they do have a lot of guys that are going to play both sides of the ball. They return number 56, who's a captain, and number 4, Suggs, also a captain. They're both going to play both sides of the ball today. They're going to try to establish the run early, and then off that, get a lot of play action. And they are a team that will do a lot of different looks at you, pro style, meaning they'll go under center, they'll go shotgun, they'll mix it up. So it is a little bit thicker of a scouting report than normal.
And for this Mustang team, as you mentioned, this is the defense. You got Abdullah Abed as one of your DNs. Anthony Willier is the nose guard. J-Rock Solheim is the other senior end for the Mustangs. At offensive or inside linebacker Evan Hatton and outside linebacker Sam Heinrichs. Joey Milston is in there at linebacker, as is Jameer Huff. And Peter Wynn, Langston Hall are the cornerbacks. Liam Andrews, the free safety, and Colin Elliott is your strong safety. As we get set for 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Mustang 43, they do hand it off to Mathis, and he goes about a yard, maybe 2. So a good stop there by the Mustangs. They got some good penetration in there. Muleston was in there on that one.
Yeah, and Heinrichs is all over the ball. He's got good nose for the ball. And you know, after that first play, the Mounds defense has really responded well to the run, stuffing everything up.
So 2nd and 10. They didn't actually even give him a yard. Wow, knee must have gone down, because it looked to me, Vince, he got at least a yard on that. But nonetheless, they'll do it again. They're fake their handoff here, and it was pass out to the flat and the far side there. Nice reception there, but he lost his balance. It was kind of thrown behind him. That is Justin Kaharski for Totino, and it'll be 3rd and 5 at the 38.
Yeah, Mounds defense, like I said earlier, have a lot of guys playing both sides of the ball. Langston Holloway was a receiver last year primarily, and he's playing that strong side corner.
Here's a pass to the near flat. That's going to be a first
Fumble.
down. Fumble! And recovered by the Mustangs. Oh, big play there as they were able to strip the ball. Here's one of those things that always seems to happen. Number 15, there is no 15 on Totino, but he caught the ball, but it was a fumble. And number 40 recovering for the Mustangs. That's, of course.
And now the takeaway game is now 1-1.
Yeah.
No, that was a great job by Langston there. Langston Hall, he held the outside and forced that runner to bounce it outside where 2 Mustangs were able to come clean it up, and that forced the fumble. Beautiful job.
Kind of what you expect, Vince, a little bit when it's the first game of the season, right?
Right.
We've had 2 turnovers, 1 on each side. Teams kind of trying to figure out
what's
happening here, especially for the Mustangs. You've got a guy, Roman Janes, who has had to step in here within the last week to be the center. Nice snap here to Wark and a handoff. Cook, DJ, not going to get much there here in the near side as he rumbles maybe for a yard. 5:19 to go, first quarter. Glad to have you along here from Mustang Stadium and the Mounds View season and home opener against Totino Grace.
Yeah, what a great way to start September.
With a 90-some degree day, though.
It was a warm one today. I mean, it's cooling off a little bit here.
Yeah, it
looks like the sun might be in the eyes of these players as the sun sets here in the back.
Yeah, that can't go down quick enough for the players.
Get these Friday night lights going.
Work in the shotgun. Nystrom. That one knocked off a Nystrom off the snap. And that's going to be a big loss there. I'm not sure what was happening.
It looked like he was in motion, and as he was in motion, they snapped the ball, and it bounced right off of his face mask.
Which is interesting because that's his cousin snapping the ball.
Oh, jeez.
So, of course, but who knows? I mean, perhaps Roman thought it was time to snap the ball, or because Tyler seemed to be going where he's supposed to be going. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it
is.
It's
a big loss, and it's going to be 3rd and 23 now from the Mustang 20.
Yeah, and like we said, this first game, this is the first time in action. They're working a lot of those kinks, but they can't have too many more of those mistakes before it's going to start costing them.
They go the conservative route here. Hand it off to DJ with the 4 wide. They had 2 wide each side. DJ does pick up a couple there, but it's going to be 4th and a long way, 21 yards. So I'm sure Jack Bry will be punting for our Mustangs with 3:34 to go in the first quarter. And now they bring in the punt team. They're not in any hurry because might as well take the clock down a little bit.
Right.
Keep this game as, at least right now, it's one of those possession games. Neither team has scored. And
Yep, it's all about field position now. So hopefully we can get a better punt than the last to flip the field.
And he's got the wind against him a little bit.
Oh,
He
wow.
got that one just off. And this one might work, just like you said, Vince. Flipped it nicely here because he got
There
a
we go.
big roll compared to last time. All the way down to the 30-yard line. And that's where Totino Grace will have their 3rd series of the game.
Beautiful punt. Mounds will need to tighten up that coverage, that protection rather, on the punt because, I mean, that was about a fingernail's width from being blocked. So good job flipping the field and giving this Mounds Mustang defense one more opportunity to stop the Eagles before the first quarter is over.
Have that Thursday night game. Does that do anything? Is that better, good, whatever? I know they're doing it here in this case. It's not because of the holiday. It's because of the Labor Day holiday and not a religious holiday, which it will be next week.
Yeah, 2 Thursday games.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But
But I know for the players, I'm sure they love it. You know, as soon as that game starts, they want those game times to come as soon as possible.
And I would assume having one more day of practice wasn't going to matter, is what you're saying, if we would have waited till tomorrow night?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Some of these mistakes, maybe they could have used a couple extra days, but you know, you're going to expect that in the first game of the season. And I know Coach Moberg, he's going to have a lot in film to go over tomorrow, and he's such a great coach. He has a really good job of getting to these players and coaching through mistakes in a positive way that you know, is rare in coaching today.
2-yard gain and off the second down. Now, oh, what a great pursuit and a great tackle there by big number 50 for the Mustangs, coming up huge as Williard getting off there. And there it is. There's another guy, right? We talked about Vince playing both sides of the ball, but boy, did he come up with a huge play there as basically Ronan ran out of real estate.
Yeah, and he was a O-line starter last year, making the transition to defense and showing up big. I know Coach Calistro and Coach Mober got to be happy with the way the defense has been playing.
Yes, definitely, as it's 3rd and 13 now. A loss of about 6 on that play, or 5. Here's a short throw, and this one is, again, to number 15, who we do not have listed.
Yeah.
Totino Grace, so we'll just call it, it's either Tyler Wagner, who's 14, maybe, because there are 2 14s, or Michael Straw.
Yeah, and I know Tyler Wagner was listed on the scouting report. He's
Okay.
he was a stud basketball player.
Okay.
And I didn't have a number for him, so that could be.
Yeah, because they have 2 14s, Strong and Wagner is listed as a wide receiver. So let's go with that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because he didn't
Could be
come up
which
with
one,
the ball.
yeah.
And it's another punt and another nice job, as you mentioned, by the Mustang defense. As here's the snap and the kick is away. Back is it Nystrom with it for the Mustangs. He receives it and he won't go much further than that. Good coverage by the Eagles, but at least he came up with the ball because that was a hit right as he got it.
Yeah, great punt by the Eagles, good coverage, and you know, Nystrom just needs a little bit of room and he'll break a seam. So these guys, obviously, they did their scouting report based on last year's film, knowing that Nystrom could break one, and did a good job getting downfield, containing the return.
And we're under 2 minutes here, about $1:20 to go in the first quarter. No score. We've had a couple turnovers, and both defenses coming up big off of those turnovers. Let's see if the Mustangs can get something started here in their third possession. 1st and 10 from the Mustang 37.
It would be nice to see a little bit of momentum shift here going into the second quarter.
3 receivers split right. one up top, and DJ Cook in the backfield. High snap once again. Throw out to Nystrom here. Nystrom will get up. Oh, a nice move there. Look out! Nystrom to the 50-yard line and into Eagle territory. Oh, what a great play by Tyler Nystrom. And that's exactly what they needed to have happen, Vince, as you mentioned. Get some kind of spark there.
Yeah, great move by Nystrom. Like I mentioned on that punt return, he just needs a little bit of room, and he can make a guy miss. And he did that there. Beautiful play. Nice way to make something out of not much on that throw. It was a short throw. He made a move and made a guy miss. That was beautifully done by Nystrom.
Give credit to Owen Wark, by the way, on that one, because the snap was high, kind of threw the timing off, but they kept it going.
Right.
And it's 1st and 10 from the Totino Grace 48 with under a minute to go first quarter. And on a high snap, DJ Cook with the ball. Cook looking to run, and he's thrown down. Maybe got a yard. And let's see how much time. Will they get one more play in here, Vince?
Yeah, I mean.
Anthony, excuse me.
It's all right.
I know I was going to do that.
No, it's all right. This has happened to me my whole life. My brother Vince and I are close in age and look similar enough. When people call me the wrong name, I just wait to correct them till later. It's all right. Vince actually had a baby yesterday morning, and he is here at kickoff. There's no time to waste.
No rest for the weary there.
Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way. Yes.
So I'm an uncle, and he is a first-time father. So, yeah, exciting stuff in the Calistro family.
And it looks like they're going to let the clock go here. Oh, no, they got the snap off just at the last second. DJ Cook, nice run. Up here to the near side, almost for a first down. It depends. Well, it looks like they'll marking about 2 yards shy. What did our what uncle are you? A boy or a girl?
Boy, and his name is Rocky. Which
I love it.
Yeah, he's gonna be. I mean, with that name, he better be tough.
Yeah, he better live up to that one, right? Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
Rocky Calistro.
So I think they're all at home watching the game. I think he's watching his first Mounds Mustangs game.
Oh, that's awesome! Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's an exciting time of year, and I know Vince was nervous with the due date around this time. He's like, I need to be at that first game, and it worked out perfect timing. She had the baby yesterday morning, and he's been in the hospital and got out just in time for game time. So I know the coaching staff had a little bit more heavy lifting to do preparation-wise to get these guys ready.
Well, so far so good for the defense, and actually both defenses. No score after 1 quarter of play here at Mustang Stadium, and the Mustangs will have a big 3rd and 2 at the Totino Grace 40. Of course, we want to thank all our great sponsors that we have along the line, and there's wonderful people that help bring Mounds U football to you. I know I was at the Mustang football golf outing about a month and a half ago. And there's so many to name. I'll just name a few, and then I'll get in trouble. So I think I'll leave it at that. We are going to have some as we go on through here. But one we want to note because they were mentioned during from the PA, the Chick-fil-A that just opened up right down the street here in Arden Hills. They are here tonight, thanks to the Chick-fil-A folks.
Might have to stop by there at halftime.
Yeah, that's right. And here we go. 3rd and 2, first play of the second quarter. As we'll see what they got.
Yeah, this Mounds U community is such a great community. You have a lot of support not only from businesses but alumni and parents in the community that we're always thankful for to make this happen and give these kids the best opportunity to play high school football.
Owen Wark gets the first down by drawing the Eagles offside, so that's a great break. And I think, is that their first real penalty of the game?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. When I say real, I mean
yeah, right.
It's our first penalty.
Yeah,
I
know you meant.
So big play there for the Mustangs as they get the first down. And now how does that work? Anthony, I should know this, but no time goes off the clock, huh?
Yeah, no time because the ball isn't snapped. So once that first, that was a dead ball foul penalty.
There you go. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the the Totino Grace 35-yard line off the snap, handoff to DJ Cook, but he was swamped under. A nice defensive stop there by number 8. And that's Shirakman of Totino Grace. Well, Mounds has got an interesting schedule. When you look at the season schedule, Vince, Anthony, they've got they will finish this season with probably the 2 toughest games
Yeah.
on the schedule with Stillwater and Maple Grove.
Maple Grove, yeah.
So they want to make hay here early if they can. Not that Totino Grace is by any man's pushover, but they'd like to get themselves a win when they can, especially at home as well. Here's a pass out to the flat. Nice quick catch there by big number 6, Langston Hall, and maybe only a 2 or 3 yard gain, unfortunately. I think Langston was looking to break it, but good defensive coverage by the Eagles.
Yeah, and like you mentioned about the schedule, the nice thing in Minnesota football, everyone does make the playoffs, so you really are building this whole year to the end of the season. And so by the end of the season, you want to be playing your best football, and that means week by week getting better, watching film, working on our mistakes. And they're playing this game already for them to keep working on.
3rd and 8 from the 33. Work will, and a handoff here to DJ Cook, the flag. Not sure what the call is going to be here. Was it illegal procedure? I think it's on the Mustangs, but we'll see here. And DJ gained about 4 or 5 yards. You want to talk about an athlete. DJ is all muscle, and he is a great kid. He's had, like I said, some injury issues, but luckily he's back at full strength right now, having broke that wrist during lacrosse. The other thing that's interesting about some of these star players for Mounds View, Evan Hatton is a 3-sport athlete.
Yeah.
DJ Cook plays 3 sports. That you don't find very often.
No, you don't, especially in today's. I mean, growing up wasn't that long ago. 12 years ago, I mean, that was very common, and I had noticed a lot of kids are doing one sport. But I do think playing multiple sports helps you adapt and become more athletic. And it's good to see guys that are able to balance a couple different sports. And, you know, you make more friends. You get to
use different muscles. And
yeah, totally.
Yeah. Well, there's a tough one here. There was an illegal motion penalty. Takes it back to 3rd and 13 for the Mustangs here. From their Totino 38. Work back to pass. He's got a man. Let's see if what happened there.
A little overthrown.
Well, Nystrom, did he just get tied up by the guy? I thought there might have been a pass interference, but apparently not. Because Tyler was tangled up there, but I think he did it on his own, unfortunately. I was looking for a flag.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was a nice play design, and it looked like he had a little bit of room. It looked like it might have been a slight overthrow, or, you know, maybe there's a little holding in there. It's tough from this eye view.
Yeah, I just wondered if he had given him one more push, but I saw it, didn't see the whole play, so unfortunately with 4th and 13, looks like they're going to
try pinning him deep.
Pin him deep here. See if Jack Bry can come up with another good kick here.
Yeah, very important here to make sure it doesn't roll into the end zone. So the gunners on this punt are going to really have a responsibility of not getting touched, getting outside, and saving that ball if it does happen to go in the end zone. And
Bry again. This time, wait, that's a different kicker. What is that now?
That was 82.
82. And I should quick get his name there.
He might be their pooch kicker, short distance.
Jacob Sampson. Well, yeah, Jacob Sampson has got to be the brother of our former kicker from the last couple years. So
sure.
Nice job by Jacob. He's a sophomore, and like you said, maybe in for the pooch type kick. And he got him back at the 10-yard
Hey, he did his job, you know. Could always pin a little deeper, but I think at the same time, you rather have him start the 10 than the 20. So, you know, on that punt, you want it to be on the shorter side to be safe.
1st and 10 for the Eagles at their Eagles 11-yard line. And see if the Mustang defense can come up with a big play here. And as you mentioned, they got poor field position to start with. Matthias is going to get a good maybe 5-yard gain there, 4-yard gain.
And that,
Mathis, excuse me.
Yeah, and that was ISO there. So that's one of their favorite plays to run. They're trying to isolate that linebacker and tackle and create a seam, bounce back. Mathis did a nice job cutting it back to the weak side of the field there.
They do give him 4 yards. 2nd and 6 from the 15 for Totino Grace. Back to passes Ruhonen, and his receiver stopped. And that pass sails into the sideline, so no incomplete. And it'll be 3rd and 6.
Yeah, Moundsy likes to be aggressive in these situations. You know, 3rd and long, and in Mounds U territory, they may try to bring some pressure here, make it difficult
Now,
on
when
the
you
Eagles.
say that, do you mean your brother
Yeah,
likes to be aggressive?
yeah, exactly. I asked him, I'm like, what situations are we bringing the heat? And this was it.
We'll see if we have some inside information.
Yeah.
3rd and 6 at the Totino 15-yard line. Back to throw,
There we
and
go.
they do bring
Boom.
the blitz. Oh, and it gets popped loose.
Wow.
And the recovery. And
We'll take it.
Nice job, and he called it. Anthony, there you go. Vince comes up big, and that was a great play by the Mustang defense.
Wow, right off the
Heinrichs.
edge.
Yep.
Beautiful, beautiful blitz. Quarterback did not see that coming.
And Heinrichs gets he does the damage, and the recovery by the Mustangs here. Wow, what a great play there. And
Wow,
great hustle
big
actually to get on
momentum
that ball.
shift here, too. Now we're in striking distance.
Might wake up this crowd, too. The crowd, there's a good student crowd here, but you would think it'd be a little bigger, considering, well, there's a lot of them behind me, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
Those are the younger kids,
Oh,
apparently.
Yeah, no, this is a good momentum shift here to get the crowd back into it, get the Mounds U offense start clicking and feeling confident and good about themselves.
1st and goal from the 8. Work in the shotgun. And there's the play they were looking to do earlier. Here's Tyler Nystrom on the far side, and he reaches for the end zone. I think he missed it just by an inch. But a nice play. Picks up a good 7 yards.
Beautiful play, another high snap, and Warwick was able to
What would
jump
you
up.
call that play? Because that
was a
like
jet sweep.
wildcat?
Jet sweep, yeah.
Okay.
So jet sweep, looking to get outside,
That was a great play and a good block out
get your
there.
athletes in space, and have them make a play.
Yeah, nice block out on the outside by the Mustangs, number 74, which is what they needed at that point. Gabriel Cochran and Parker Nelson in there. Good offensive play here. 2nd and goal from the 1. Will they hand it off to DJ? See if he can blast it in here. Work in the shotgun once again. High snap. Handoff. DJ. No, Work kept it.
Kept it.
And
Wow. He fooled me.
he fooled me too. I thought and then looked like they had DJ wrapped up for about a 3-yard loss. They did end up losing a yard. Work is taken back about a yard. Well, they're going to call it a yard and a half. So it will be 3rd and goal from the 3.
Yeah, I don't know what the kicking situation is here for the Mustangs. I don't know if this is 4-down territory.
Well, DJ's the kicker, your running back, so that's an interesting situation too.
Yeah. You want 3 or you want 6? You have to ask them.
I think they want 6, definitely,
Yep.
don't you?
No,
Anthony?
exactly. That's what my answer would be.
Now, here's the thing that's interesting to me when I watch these games where they come back and they do the signals from the
Right.
sideline. It always looks like it's taking so much longer than maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how much time they get because we're going to do a timeout. Okay.
Yep.
He wanted to take some time off the clock, and Aaron Moberg runs down the sideline and calls timeout with 8:26 to go in 2nd quarter. This is a big play coming up here for the Mustangs as they find themselves 3rd and goal.
Yeah, and if there's anybody that can give a good pump-up speech, it's Coach Moberg. He wants to get these guys fired up, firing off the ball, punch one in here.
Well, they got, a great defensive play there by Heinrichs to get that great sack and blitz, which your brother most likely called. Got the good aggressive play on that 3rd down deep in Eagles territory, but now you want to finish it. And I guess the next question would be, do you go for it on 4th down? It depends on how much yardage you make.
Yeah, I think
to the goal line.
I think it definitely depends, and I do think it is somewhat of a statement. Depending on this next play, but if it's 2 yards or 1 yard, I have a hard time believing they're going to kick a field goal here. I think it is a statement to say, hey, we're going to be an aggressive team. It's hard enough for us to move the ball and get in these situations.
Right.
Let's make the most of it. But
Definitely.
I'm not a coach.
Well, you have a brother that's a coach.
Yeah.
And I think it sounds like you'd be a darn good coach.
Yeah,
too. 3rd and goal
thanks,
here
Bill.
from the 3, as the Mustangs, of course, use that first of 3 timeouts here, and they set here with 4 wideouts. DJ is in the backfield.
And there goes the fan section, student section.
Yep, out of the shotgun. High snap. Warwick's got to hurry. He's got a man.
Touchdown.
Touchdown! Tyler Nystrom in the corner of the end zone. Oh, my.
Threaded a needle. Beautiful
I
passing
don't know
catch.
how he got that in there. And Nystrom comes up with a great catch, and the Mustangs are on the board. Oh, that was great.
That was great, yeah. I mean, it was such a quick pass.
Well, and the setup here was you spread the defense out, but one man was rushing in quickly, and Warwick, to keep his presence of mind there, he was going to get hit, and he did. He got blasted. But Nystrom makes the catch, and the Mustangs are on the board. That's huge.
Beautifully done. Here's the swinging gate. I haven't seen this.
The old swinging gate. What are we doing here? We're going to do another 2-yard. Oh, they tried for the 2-point conversion, and it did not work. And they were trying to get open on the outside there. Is that 6 or 8? I can't quite see the number. There it is, 8. So it was looking to get it to Jack Bry, but it fell short. He just, nonetheless, so the Mustangs do drive and get themselves a touchdown. Tyler Nystrom from, I guess, 3 yards out, even though ball had to go a lot further than that.
Yeah,
because Work was under pressure.
And it was good. Yeah, it was good pressure, and it was also good coverage by the the secondary of the Eagles. Just threaded the needle, and Mustangs come up with 6.
6 when you need it. That's
yeah, that was big.
That was a big play. 8:22 to go in the first half. Bill Count and Anthony Calistro with you here at Mustang Stadium, our season opener, as I take over the honors from our new principal, Rob Reitz. Rob will be doing, if you're missing Rob will be doing the away games.
Awesome.
But as the new principal, I think he has a little work to do when there's a big game here and lots of students.
Yes, exactly. And Rob has been a great voice of the Mustangs, and nobody more deserving than that principal position than him. He's a great guy. I actually had the awesome experience of doing this with him last year, but also having him as a coach when I was in high school. And Rob is just a stand-up guy, great principal for these young Mounds U students.
And off the kickoff, nice return up to near the 30-yard line as Totino Grace now finds themselves down 6. And plenty of time in the first half, though, to go to work, see if the Mustang defense, though, which has so far pitched the shutout, see if they can continue to come up big here. And I think I mentioned that Peter Wynn out on the outside, they've done a nice job so far keeping the passing game at bay. And here's another good surge here, and they're going to sack Rohonen. Nice job there. That was a great play by the defense that keeps on coming.
Yeah, 56, 52, Heinrichs. They had a lot of guys in on that one.
Evan Hatton in there as well. So nice job by the Mustang D.
Yeah, and Hatton was a big part of that defense last year on the edge. Him taking over that inside position, I know, is filling a big hole.
Abdullah Abed also in on that. It was kind of a team effort there. Off the snap here on second down. Oh, nice throw over the middle. And they do find the big tight. Oh, no, he lost it. And he recovered a recovery, though, this time by 27 of Totino Grace, Noah Hill.
And you can tell why Abed was such a great linebacker, because he's got a good nose for the ball. He seems to be, even at D-line, all over the ball. Has a good instincts and a good nose for where that ball's going.
First big gain for Totino Grace of the night, and it gets them up into midfield area. 1st and 10 at the at the Totino Grace 44-yard line. 6-0 our score. Mounds on top. The fumble off the and that he's down at that point because he had his knee down. Rohonen, and the whistles come in kind of late, as you can't blame who was in there. Looks like it was Abdullah Abed again. The tackle kind of late, but not really, because the whistles were.
Yeah, it was late. Coach Moberg called him off the field, said you got to be smarter than that. You know, It only takes one ref to see it the wrong way, to be a 15-yard penalty. But he's just playing hard. He's just playing hard. It's tough in the heat of the moment.
So now, once again, second and 12. Mustang defense, see if they can get something happen outside. Pass it to the far side. And a nice, comfortable game there as Suggs is, we're trying to figure out which Suggs he's related to. Logan Suggs with the reception there. And this will be a third and about 3 yards to go. Of course, they're at midfield, so probably 4 down territory, trailing by 6.
And with the timeouts left, if they do end up punting it, there's a chance that Totino Grace could get this ball back.
The throw to the outside. Oh, and a nice play there. Suggs got it, and it'll be a first down for Totino Grace. As Ruhonen really nicely placed there by the Totino Grace quarterback. And now the wind really taking an aim at maybe a factor here before this one's over, because it's picked up once again, Anthony.
Yeah. And Suggs is a returning starter again, captain of the team. Good athlete. I know he was a guy that was on that scouting report. They know he can make big plays, and he's been held to not too much damage at this point.
Once again, a bed comes up big. He is nice sack on Ruhonen. And Ruhonen, he's kind of slow to react.
Yeah.
So
and Abed is quick off that line. I know this is his first game on the D line, and he is really showing up big time.
2nd down and 18.
4:44 to go, second quarter, and it'll be 2nd and 18 now. Ruhonen back under center with wide receiver split right and left, 2 in the backfield, and fakes the handoff. He's going to go deep. He's got a guy wide open in the flat, and a nice pickup there by David Malark, or Davin Malark, as the secondary gave him a little too much room there, and they'll pick up a big first down as Tyler Nystrom is going to come in. So he's going to play both sides of the ball. He's going to come in and try to seal off the defense here a little bit. Interesting to see that, right?
Yeah, totally. Nystrom's just one of those guys. He's a player. He's an athlete, and they're going to try to use all the athletes they have to put a stop to this Eagle defense. Langston as well is playing both sides of the ball, so he needs a breather.
Nice effort there by Mathis. He carried, and I think they whistled him down. He looked like he tried to get about another 3 yards. Oh, no, they are going to give it to him. So he's all the way down near the 22-yard line. And with 3:45 to go, Totino Grace on the move here. The Eagles looking to tie this one. We're going to have a timeout. Probably not a bad idea by the defense, as the Mustangs are reeling a little bit here, as the Eagles have been on a fast forward down the field. Excuse me.
No, yeah, and I think right now, like you said, it's time to reel it in, refocus. Remember, not trying to give up any big momentum plays going into the half. Give these guys a breather, because we got a lot of guys who are going both ways, like we mentioned a few times.
Definitely, and get some water out there. That was, I think, it was a great idea, a great smart timeout, because even though it's 2nd and 4, they've got, like you said, guys playing both sides of the ball, probably need some water.
Oh, yeah, and it was a hot one today, too. It's now finally cooled off. Sun's down. Give these guys a chance to reset themselves and really dial in on those keys that were in their scouting report they've been going over all week, but give them a nice little refresher of, hey, what to watch for in these situations.
Where do you come as far as concern for guys that are playing both sides, though, and especially some of those key guys you need?
Yeah, I mean, from a hydration, conditioning standpoint, that's going to be the toughest. And then, the biggest thing that teams will see is practice time, because they're splitting up their practice between 2 positions, where they're not getting as much time as some guys who are primarily one position. But at the same time, you expect these guys to respond and take on that responsibility.
Off the snap, Ruhonen, he gives a handoff there to Mathis, and it is picked up nicely. Good job in there by the Mustang defense. Looks as though 24, I think 24 was in there first. Nice work there by Colin Elliott. Colin Elliott, by the way, winner of the first annual cornhole tournament that was played last Friday. He and his teammate.
Yep, and I talked to my brother. He said he's a fast and tough kid. He said they're expecting big things from him this year.
And now off the third down, way outside, and great coverage down there. Wonderful coverage by Peter Nguyen. And heck of a job by the senior, because he was toe-to-toe with the Totino Grace receiver, Vince Zurich.
Yeah, beautiful defense. Peter, brother of Fee, another pair of brothers on the team, did a great job catching up to the ball and causing that breakup. I think my camera was a little slow getting to there if you missed it.
Well, now it's 4th and 6, 3 minutes to go, and you mentioned what you thought they might do here. They're going to go for it, and now we got a timeout perhaps by Totino Grace. They do. They're going to call a timeout. That gives us a chance to mention once again, Rocky. Congratulations to your brother Vince on the birth of Rocky. What's Vince's wife's name?
Molly.
Molly. Got to get that in there. Molly, way to go, Molly.
Yeah, I know they're watching at home and they're excited. He'll probably be out here soon enough, I'm sure.
Well, with a name like that, he's got to have to be an athlete.
Yeah,
it's a great name, Rocky Calistro.
Yeah.
Is that the formal name?
That's the formal name.
Okay.
I was surprised. Like is it Rocco? But they said, hey, we're going to call him Rocky, so that's what we're going to name him. I said, hey.
There you go.
Respect.
You're making me hungry right now because I'm thinking Italian. I got to go get some Italian food here.
Yeah, there's a couple of good spots, you know.
You know, the old Donatelli's used to be where Moe's is or whatever in Irondale's country.
Yeah,
there.
Giuseppe's, we got.
Oh, maybe we'll go there.
Yeah, we got some good spots.
All right, 3 minutes to play, first half. 6-0 in favor of the Mustangs on a Tyler Nystrom 3-yard touchdown from Owen Wark. But now the Totino Grace Eagles with a 4th and 6 at the Mustang 24. Let's see if the defense can come up big here. Ruhonen with the snap and the throw over the middle, and he's got his man down deep at the 15-yard line. First down, nice catch there by Markel Keaton. Keaton, the defense couldn't have been really much better, to be honest there.
Nice play design.
Vince, or Anthony.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, nice play design. And that timeout worked. It seemed like they had that first look and didn't like what they saw, regrouped, and nice play by the Totino Grace Eagles.
Yeah, it's just hard to, how much room do you give a guy? And Peter Nguyen gave him just maybe a step too much, but really couldn't cover it much better. And now Totino Grace, who's taking the timeout here? I can't see. Yes, they're taking another timeout, so that's their second.
Yeah, it was a quick first half, but now it's going to be now the timeouts are getting used. A lot of running time with both teams primarily running the ball.
2:24 to go, and shout out to all my Mustang friends that are watching along here. I know there's some that asked for the link because they've got grandpas and grandmas out there as well. It's always, we're glad to bring this to you here on YouTube. As I mentioned, we had some great sponsors of Mustang football. We've got great, like you said, great support. Shore 96, Panino's, Kowalski's, all sorts of folks that help us support these Mustang athletes. Chick-fil-A is here tonight, and so get out there and support. I got great realtors and financial planners, the Glued Cunahan Group, Dan Reichert, State Farm Insurance. Here we go. First and 10 for the 19. Handoff to Mathis. Look out. He's got a big hole all the way down near the 2-yard line. The Red Sea, it just parted there.
Yeah, that was a big hole, and he's running hard there.
He found that's the best hole he's had the whole game, and he almost took it to pay dirt It'll be 1st and goal at the 2 for the Eagles with 2 minutes to go. See if the defense can, as you said, bend, don't break.
That's right. And sometimes in this situation, even being 2 yards, you know what they're going to do. And sometimes defenses respond pretty well. Oh, there it is.
He got in.
He pushed.
He just kept pushing. He's a big load in there.
Yeah, he's a physical runner.
And now he looks like he came up limping a little bit, but he got in. So now, he's limping all the way to the. He'll be okay. Maybe just got one of those.
Charlie horse, shake it off. Yeah. I mean, he's been their primary ball carrier so far, and he's taken some big hits. I mean, he's a physical runner, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's a little shaken up.
In for the extra point, which would give the Eagles the lead. Let's see if the defense can come up here. No, kick is straight up and good. And a nice work there by Totino Grace kicker. That's number 50. Again, they don't have him listed. Sorry about that back at home, Grandma and Grandpa and whoever else, but they do not have a 50 listed on at least the program that I have. I could certainly try to guess, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Because they don't have anybody else listed. Oh, they listed Jimmy McNeil as a kicker, so could have been Jimmy, but he's 91, and the number that just kicked it was 50. So 1:52 to go in the half, and the Eagles find themselves on top at 7-6 after a nice drive that finished off with 2 big Mathis carries. See if the Mustangs have time here, and they've got plenty of time.
I mean, a good return would help with the field position for sure.
Speaking of that, back to receive for the Mustangs is Amir Safi and Peter Wynn. Wynn and Safi, let's see who might get this one. This is a kick into a kind of a crosswind. Safi lost the handle, then he recovered it and got it up near the 21-yard line. So that was a scary moment there for the Mustangs, but in the end, they'll start
recovered, and he did still gain some yards. A lot of times people just jump on that, get awareness by Safi to pick it up and to gain some green.
So 1:45 to play. Let's see what the Mustangs, do you think they'll be a little conservative here?
Typically last year they were conservative in these situations. But again, first game of the year, fresh set of downs. I wouldn't be surprised to see Mounds try to get something going here with a pass.
3 receivers here to the near side, one of them being the tight end Bry, and Cook the lone set in the backfield off a shotgun. Here's the throw. That is Bry here in the near side, and he'll get a good gain. Oh, no, it's Caden Pursuti, excuse me. Pursuiti's first time out there. And he got a nice, if they work in the kind of the hurry-up offense here, Anthony, with 1:25
that was a nice play design, and good job for Pursuti to make a move and just get ahead. He didn't try to dance too much. He just put his head down and gained some yards.
Now they're looking, throw next. Oh, my. A little traffic there and a little dangerous because they saw it all the way as that one almost picked off. Langston Hall had to wait for the ball to come to him. That's got to be a tough thing for a receiver because the ball wasn't there, and you got to go get it, as they used to say. But
number 3 on Totino Grace, a very aggressive breakup there. He seems like he's fired up after that play.
And now it's 3rd and 3. Let's see if they get conservative here. Or you can say smart, too. It depends on how you look at it, right? Well, it looks like Totino also has guys playing both ways because that's Malark. Look out! Intercepted and going to bring it all the way in, and home are the Eagles as Totino Grace. Nice interception by Quazell Davis. I think Warwick either his receiver went the wrong way or Warwick just threw it into too much traffic there. And that's
we'll
a big
see here
play.
On the replay. I mean, decent protection, but
he threw it in the wrong spot.
Bit,
and that'll end up costing the Mustangs. as
That was a gift for 25. He didn't have to move too far to catch that one.
McNeil for the extra point. It is McNeil the kicker. And see if he can put his team up by 8. We got a flag. I'm not sure what the penalty is here. We'll check it for you. Well, that's a big play and a tough play. Another turnover by the Mustangs, and this one counted big time, as the last time the Mustangs were able to, let's see, dead ball foul on the Mustangs. It's going to be declined by Totino Grace, and so McNeil will go for the extra point here again. Bit of a wind. Kind of a crosswind, as I mentioned, though, Anthony. And in comes some pressure. He missed it.
No good, yeah.
He missed it to the right. So a bit of a break there, and there's still 1:04 to go.
Yeah, not much time went off the clock there. I wonder now if they're going to stick to the same plan, because we had questions going to that drive. How aggressive would the Mustangs be? And it kind of bit them there.
Yeah, an unfortunate turn of events there. See what comes of the
oh, shoot, sorry.
See if they can get a good kickoff return, like you said. That would be helpful.
That would be helpful. A couple things to clean up in the second half. A lot of high snaps. That quarterback-center relationship is very important, and I know there's a new center in there, and developing that timing. I think that's something they're going to talk about at halftime, taking care of the ball, and also offensively just firing off, not taking too much time to get into a groove.
Well, and certainly, you know, like I said, it's early. I'm not going to sit up here and be,
right,
you know, the Sunday morning quarterback or Monday morning quarterback, I guess. But
right.
They got to get the ball into their skilled players' hands, and so they got to find a way to get Nystrom the ball, and some of those Bry and some of those good receivers. Here's a nice return, or at least a lot of yardage there picked up by Wynn, and he gets it up to the 25-yard line. Oh no! But he's hurt. He might have gotten his ankle, and that's the last thing the Mustangs need is injury. They have been, as we've told you, riddled by injury. Mark James, the starting center, is out and maybe out for quite a considerable amount of time with some back injuries. They've got a sophomore running back who would be a great tandem with the junior DJ Cook. His name's Mitchell Olson. Mitchell played as a freshman last year a little bit. He's got a back injury he's dealing with. And so
hey, I
don't want to see this.
Someone said the video stream's not working.
Okay.
But maybe it's just somebody that doesn't know how to use technology.
I don't know. Let's see.
I mean, camera seems to be on.
Oh, you got somebody.
Yeah, someone texted me, so.
Okay.
We'll have to verify with Rob Reitz here. I feel like we would have got more messages if not, but.
Yeah, well, let us know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate to hear that, but and I don't think it's the wind necessarily. Could be, though. It's gotten windier as the game has progressed here, as we're under a minute to go, and our biggest concern right now is Peter Wynn, who went down after that return, and I'm hopeful that he did not. It looked like an ankle, but I will not speculate more than that, as I am about 2 or 3 stories up high here on top of the press box. So hard to tell for sure. Definitely, but he is being helped up, and let's see if he can put any weight on that or not. Looks like he's needing help off the field. That is just not what the Mustangs need to see right now, Anthony.
No, those are always unfortunate to see a guy go down. And I know he's a big player for them on both sides of the ball. Hope that he's okay and it's not not as serious as it looks, because right now it looks like he's having a hard time getting off the field.
And interestingly enough, the depth, at least in that position, you know, you hate to see a senior just like Mark James, the senior center, not get a chance to play in their final year. Let's see who Coach Moberg taps there. And as we go back to play here, 57 seconds to go, will they go conservative or will they try to make something happen here? Nice pass out to Pursuti again. Caden Pursuti, he's got a tightrope, and now the official said he went out of bounds right near midfield, but boy, he did a nice job as one of the Totino Grace players just got a hand on him and knocked him out of bounds.
Beautiful job by Pursuti, running that tightrope there on the sidelines.
And I mentioned just enough to get a hand on him as out of containment. You know, it's unfortunate if the other receiver helping him makes that containment, Langston Hall, and kind of hold, but he also got to worry about making a hold. So that's a tough play for Langston. Nonetheless, it is a big gain, and the Mustangs have an opportunity here. That pass is, I think what happened there, let's see, that pass, did it end up being behind him?
No, it didn't look like it. I think they were calling incomplete, but yeah, it looked like there was two guys going out for the screen.
Yep, and he meant to throw it to Tyler, but he threw it over Tyler's head, and the other guy was right there, so it looked like it was a
mix-up of some sort.
Mix-up of some sort. It'll end up being 2nd and 10, and now the Mustangs going to use their last timeout? No,
yeah, no, it looked like there was a little bit of miscommunication there, and they had two guys going out for the pass.
Totino Grace takes their final timeout as we have 46 seconds to go. Ooh, that's an interesting score we just got. Centennial 20-7 over Stillwater.
Oh, wow.
Maple Grove over.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a battle, too.
Oh, Eden Prairie all over Eastridge, 13-0.
So I got a text that says the stream is working, so we are good.
Well,
sorry for any confusion there.
That's okay. Let's see what the Mustangs have in mind here. See if they can't come up with a big play of their own. They could use one here. As you mentioned, the center to quarterback snaps. So far, there have been a few high ones, but they're just learning each other here. Roman James has been inserted as the new center, with James having gone out. So nice snap there. Works. Oh, look out! Owen is under pressure, and there's a fumble and a recovery by the Eagles, and that's unfortunate there. Oh my! And now
Eagles back in
the Eagles
scoring position.
Blood, they see blood here and go for something to go up by 2 scores. That was too bad. Owen held onto that ball too long, and then he lost the handle on it, and he was under siege.
Yeah, there's a pack of Eagles there. I don't know what they call a pack of Eagles, but
a swarm, or something. Yes, you're right. He was didn't have much of a chance there.
No.
Well, now back at it as Rohonen and the Eagle offense with 38 seconds to play. Split eye and the handoff, fake handoff. He's going to run it up the middle, and he's tackled there at the 25-yard line. As good pursuit by Abed.
This has been the longest 3 minutes of game time, and I'm sure for Coach Moberg, he feels so too. I mean, it was 6-0 with 3:30 left in the game, and now Totino Grace with a chance to go up. Ooh, excuse me. 13-6 and have a chance to go up for one more score.
Yeah, it's a great point, Anthony. And let's see if the Mustang defense can clamp down here on this. Mathis, he's got a hole once again up the middle, all the way down to the 5-yard line, but that's going to do it as time runs out in the first half, thankfully for the Mustangs.
Wow.
As they
were not expecting a run there. I think they thought it was going to be pass, and had a huge hole for Mathis, and got down all the way to looks like the 5-yard line.
So that's how our first half ends. Mathis shy of the goal line, and the Mustangs defense does come up with a big stop there, but they needed to after another turnover. Well, the story of that first half, 4 turnovers on the Mustangs, and that's that's tough. That's something you got to work out and got to figure out.
Definitely.
As you go into the locker room.
And a few of those turnovers coming late in the second half. Always tough when you're ending out a half to win the momentum battle. So I suspect the Mounds Mustangs will clean that up and have discussion at halftime of sharpening up those ball skills. And the defense did a good job creating some turnovers as well. So leading until that last 3 minutes, it was 2-1 Mounds who had the turnover, and in the last 3 minutes, 2 more turnovers for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, it was a good point, Anthony, as far as those last 3 minutes of actual time on the clock.
Yeah.
They lasted way too long, and now let's hope they can get some hydration. And, the good news is they're only down 7. So
yeah.
They will have to kick off, though. Totino will receive the second half kick. We've also got senior night here, so it might be a little longer halftime. And we got the dance line. Looks like they're ready to perform as well. So with that, we'll step aside. And thank you for listening to the first half. Don't go away. We'll have second half action of the season opener, the Mustangs and the Eagles, right here from Mustang Stadium and Bob Stewart Field. Glad to have Anthony Calistro with you. I'm Bill Conlon. We'll step aside, be back with second half action after this.
Sheesh.
13-6 our score at the half, and we welcome you back to Mustang Stadium as Anthony Calistro, Bill Catlin with you. And the night that was hot to begin with is now just perfect. It's,
perfect night.
And the wind is not as a factor, I don't think, at this point. And it's mostly been a kind of a crosswind as the Mustangs set to kick off the second half and trailing by 7, which, as you and I both mentioned during the break, halftime there, kind of fortunate to be only down 7.
Right, exactly. That last quarter of the fourth quarter was really not going Mounds View's way, but they did hold them off, and one score, giving up 13-6 to start out the half. I know, talking to the staff at halftime, it wasn't rocket science. It was, we need to clean up our mistakes on offense, because defense has done a good job for the most part holding off the Eagles. It's just capitalizing offensively, not giving up the ball, not putting the defense in vulnerable positions.
One of the things that I noticed during the senior night celebration that they did at halftime, a number of the seniors in street clothes and or at least not in pads. So it's the injury bug. I mean, I don't have the full injury report, but it continues to plague our Mustangs. And certainly in that second quarter, to see Peter Wynn also get knocked out.
Right.
And we'll see if number 4 is able to return or not. But that's very difficult. One of the kids, one of the receivers not playing is senior Ryan Coonahan, who he has had some great games last year for the Mustangs, so they need to get him back in there. And as you and I mentioned, with this spread offense that was brought in a few years back, you've got to have the timing, and right now it just seems like the Mustangs' timing on offense isn't quite there. But hopefully the defense can get them the ball quick here after the first possession that Totino has, and go back in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely. Timing is everything when it comes to these offenses, and it does take time to learn the positions, to learn the game flow, because games are going to be a little bit higher speed or faster than practice. And these guys, I know the coaching staff's doing a good job getting them adjusted, but there's nothing like that first half of action to really get you acclimated to varsity football. Look to see the Mustangs come out here kicking the ball to the Eagles.
And doing the honors, I believe, will be DJ Cook, and the junior running back. He will do the kickoff for your Mustangs. And looks like Keaton and Johnson are back deep for Totino Grace. And we're just about set for the second half kickoff. 13-6, Totino Grace on top. Mustangs with 4 first half turnovers. That's been the bugaboo. See if they can clean that up. And off the kickoff here, Keaton up near the 30-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. They're going to mark it about the 31.
Tackled by Caden Pursuti.
Caden Pursuti making another play. He's had a big second quarter, a couple nice catches, and there he is on special teams making plays. His dad,
Joe.
Joe was a teacher in my middle school growing up, and he was always the big, athletic, good-looking teacher. Good to see his son out here making plays.
Good guy, yes. And Caden's had some injuries too over the last few months, but he's back. And here's off the first play of the second half. A great pursuit and a great job there by the Mustang defense. And Heinrichs there.
36 was also in on the play.
Muhlstein is probably the one that got there first. And it's a loss of 2. Looked like he got driven back further than that, but I guess they give him forward progress. And on that, it's a good start at least.
Yeah, good start, and they're doing a good job suffocating the run. That's the bread and butter of this defense, is to suffocate the run.
And a jump here on the Eagles. The left guard jumping there, and that'll help take them back about 5.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Well, this is certainly a delightful night here. I'm guessing This is my first time doing this up on the top of the press box.
Yeah.
I'm guessing in October or November when we have that last home game. And we might be here in our
yeah, you're definitely going
a
against,
winter coat. And,
yeah, exactly.
Let's hope there's no rain.
Well, and I think last year we had to have something to block the camera because we had wind and rain and snow. It definitely changes quick. It's not a long season, but it is. You get the variety of seasons here in Minnesota.
Tyler Nystrom still out there in the backfield here. That pass, he may be out there now more because of Wynn. Wynn is not back in there. Incomplete pass here. It brings up 3rd and 17. And from the 24, good start here by the defense. See if they can clamp it down right here.
Yep, next man up. Nice job there. Getting out in coverage.
And this student section, which is a good size crowd. It's not as big as I thought we might get tonight, but it could have been because of all the parking nightmares that were told to people. Here's the handoff, a run by the quarterback. Can he get there? They better stop him quick. Oh, he might have gotten the first down. Oh my gosh, the official is going to mark him right near the first down.
Yep. Oops. Yeah, they're going to wave it first down.
Wow, he scrambled for a big gain there. Unfortunately, the coverage collapsed, and Ruhanen goes for 20, almost 20 yards there. It's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Oh, tough break there for the Mustangs. Ruhanen back under center again for the Eagles. This is a handoff to Mathis. Mustangs are there, though, right away. Gain of maybe 1. And good. Oh, I guess it's Sam Johnson with the carry. Sorry about that. Check that, and it was Heinrichs in there with the tackle along with, it looks like Abdullah Abed got a piece of him. 10, yep. As we're at 10-minute mark here of the 3rd quarter, just underway. Second half, Mustangs down by 7. Totino got the second half kick here and just completed a big 3rd down play on a broken play, really. Good scramble by the quarterback. Pass out here in the near flat. That'll gain about 3 or 4.
Heinrichs there again. He seems to be everywhere the ball is.
Wagner is the receiver. Tyler Wagner, that's the guy we were talking about before, Anthony, that's listed as number 14, but he's wearing 15, so yep. We figured that one out.
Yeah, I mentioned he was a basketball player. The Totino Grace Eagles had quite the season last year for basketball. State champions for the first time in I think maybe school history. Don't quote me on that, but went from being a football school to a basketball school.
Yeah, they've done a nice job there of recruiting some kids in there that made it a heck of a basketball program. Look here, jailbreak time, and nice work there as the Mustangs come up with a great pursuit by. That was 22. Give me a second here as it's so dark up here. It's hard to see what I'm looking at. It was Heinrichs again with a good pursuit. It'll be 4th down. Big play here. 4th and 4. Eagles will go for it. And the Mustangs see if the defense can come up here. Hatton up there. Try to get their nose in there and get a little more pressure again on Ruhanen.
And Eagles going on a shotgun here. Oh.
Off the shot. Oh, no, they're going to do a fake punt. Or a pooch punt, I should say, not fake punt. Excuse me. And it's out of bounds. That was a great idea, I guess. Certainly worked to their favor. They get them inside the 20-yard line, and the Mustangs will start, looks like, at the 15. So good job by the defense ultimately, though. Right.
Get them out of there. Give the ball back to your offense. That was a nice play design by the Eagles to make it look like they were going out of shotgun. Quarterback took 2 steps back and booted downfield. It's nice when your quarterback can also punt.
And we had that, a year ago, or 2 years ago? 2 years ago, excuse me, with Tate Lahr. He was a heck of a punter and quarterback. He actually wanted to play receiver more than be quarterback, but did a good job. Owen Wark will bring out the Mustang offense now and see if they can get something going here. Get started. They got 3 receivers up high on the right side. Lone setback is DJ Cook, and there's that tough snap again, back into the end zone. And where is it? It's loose.
Looks like Mounds recovered.
And I think actually DJ Cook did a great job there. I don't know if we'll be able to see it here, but I think DJ knocked this ball backwards or forwards, really, so it didn't go in the end zone, I think, and that's how the Mustangs ended up at the 1-yard line. Might get a chance to see that, as otherwise that one was going to be dead in the end zone. Let's see if I'm right about this. He tried to pick it up, and I think he just, I don't know if it was by accident or on purpose, but nonetheless, another unfortunate play here by the Mustangs.
Well, lucky to not be 2 or 6 there. So, hey, we'll take it for the mistake that it was, to have another chance to get out of here.
They've got to figure out this snap situation. Oh, now we got a whistle, and if it's a delay of game, that's not going to be good. Looks like it is. Delay of game, that'll take it
ball on the
half-yard line. Oh, it's an unfortunate situation here for the Mustangs, as they are learning as they go. They've had, like I said, they've had as probably the highlight, unfortunately the headline, I should say, of this team. They are dealing with injuries to start the season to some key players. Most notably their center, Mark James, is out, and Roman James has had to step in, and that's not an easy thing to do just prior to the first game of the season.
Nope, it's not, because not only do you have to worry about the snap, but you got to worry about blocking that big nose guard who's right line up over you.
He's a big boy. Good snap here. Work out to the outside. They've got a man over there. It's Bray, I believe, and he got a nice gain.
Wow.
So nice work there.
Back to the sticks. You know, it looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 10.
And Jack Bry is the one who made that reception on the far side.
3rd and 10 and 11 maybe.
Oh, they didn't mark him out a little back further than I thought. I thought he got to the sticks myself.
I did too.
Terrible mark there by their spot by the. Oh, and now we got another player limping. Shoot, another player limping to the sideline.
That's
That
Jack
is Bry. Can't have that happen. Well, nonetheless, 3rd and 12 for the Mustangs. First possession of the second half, and it's not going in the right direction right now. Let's see if they can come up with a big play here. Work under pressure, throws. He's got a man, and he'll get some yardage off of it. Langston Hall, but not enough for the first down.
Oh, sorry about that.
It'll be 4th and 12. Oh, they said it was incomplete?
Really?
I missed that. I thought he caught it. So that for sure means we will kick it away here, and that might mean that we'll see Sampson again back to kick, because Bry went off limping, and I didn't see him come back.
Must have been out of bounds is my guess. He was right around the sideline there. He must have had a foot out of bounds is my guess, because it looked like he came down with it.
That's a tough spot. Now, the Eagles are going to take a timeout here.
Yeah, it looks like they just didn't have a guy back there.
Well, but they also, it's helpful here because the Mustangs are, as I mentioned, having to go with a different punter at this point. And I was trying to catch it here. Let's see are they going to try to get, well, it's hard to tell who's going to come in here. Let me see if I can find it on my roster, because it is not Jack Bry. He went off limping, as the poor Mustangs still dealing with the injuries. Looks like it's 82. Is that who's going back here? Can you catch that number there?
Yeah, 82.
Anthony?
Yep, 82.
Okay. So 82 is Colin Nelson. Colin Nelson, who is a senior. So this is a big spot for Colin Nelson to come in here. Oh, now they say it's Sampson. Okay. It did look like Sampson, but the number is wrong. So Sampson, big spot here for the sophomore, and a nice kick down.
Nice bounce.
All the way to midfield and into the Totino Grace. That was almost a 50-yard punt. So
that was a nice punt. Way to get him out. I mean, from going on being the half-yard line to flipping the field, I think Mounds has got to be happy with the way that drive went.
And they may find themselves a punter.
Yeah.
Especially if Jack Bry, he could do other things. He doesn't need to kick if they've got one that can do the job. Meanwhile, this team has to be, and the coaching staff has to be wondering what can go wrong next as far as the injury bug here. Off the first snap here and handoff to Mathis, and he just goes straight up the middle. Big hole. Hatton in there and Abdallah Abed with the tackle, but it's a 6-yard gain. Saying Solheim in there as well. 2nd and 4. And I wouldn't be surprised here, Anthony, if they just stick with the run.
Yeah. No, they've been doing a good job establishing that run. Yep, back to Matt.
Look at this. Mathis, he's got a big hole. He waited nicely. He's a fun runner to watch
he
here.
Is. He's very explosive, and that was the ISO once again. So
Heinrichs has to come up with a tackle. Another player limping to the Mustang players limping to the sidelines.
Yeah, the way they block that, it really puts the pressure on that inside backer to make a play in space, and Mathis has the option of cutting that back, which he has done, and just shoots straight up right up the gap to go north and south. Good strong run by Mathis.
And the Mustangs are going to have to use a timeout because of the 2 guys that came off injured, and then another player came over to Coach Morberg. He was coming off to the sidelines and didn't know where he was supposed to go. It's kind of a mess right now, unfortunate for the Mustangs, and it's better to be safe than sorry and take that timeout. Right?
Yes, totally. I mean, it's time to regroup and make sure you got the right personnel on the field. It only takes one guy not knowing where he's supposed to be to cause a big play. So good job by this coaching staff of bringing these guys back in. Again, getting on some water. Number of guys, see Langston Hall there, who's just played all 4 downs on offense, and now he's back in there.
Yeah. Centennial leading is some scores from around the Metro there. Centennial is leading Stillwater 20-14, second half. Edina up on Minnetonka 14-0. And Eden Prairie continuing to lead against Eastridge down there in Eagle Country. And here we go. 1st and 10 at the 37 for Totino Grace as the Mustang defense back set up here with some new players. Evan Hatton does get the tackle, but not before Johnson gets nearly 8 or 9 yards. He takes it right up the middle. And this, you mentioned it earlier, Anthony, this is a big offensive line for Totino Grace.
Yeah, both sides of the ball. They got big guys who know how to move men. They are doing a good job of creating that initial push up front, making it tough on the undersized Mustangs.
Mathis with the hand carry here. Oh, if they might have kept him. Let's see where the ref is going to give him a nice spot.
Yeah, looks like he's giving a nice spot. Yeah,
give him a nice, healthy spot. I don't know about that one, but they're going to get the first down. I guess forward progress, but it didn't look like he made it all the way to the sticks from here.
And there's he was stopped initially, but there was 4 or 5 Mustangs there to push him back.
Well, tough break there. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Mustang 27 as the Eagles are on the march here. Midway through the 3rd quarter. Rohanan behind under center, looking to pass this time. Oh, up top, and he did not find his man. I think they should just stick to the run if I were them, but
right,
because they have not been able to connect. They've connected a couple times, but they've been off the timing there on that play. The receiver turned one way, and Rohanan was already throwing the ball.
Yeah, definitely, and that also stops the clock, and especially when you have the lead and you're establishing the run, you have an advantage to keep working down the clock.
Totally agree. So, but we'll take it because we're pulling for the Mustangs.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
we get to be homers, don't we?
Yeah.
It's 5:01 to go in the 3rd quarter. Here goes Rohanan again at a 2nd and 10 from the 27, and they just hand it off to Mathis, and he gets you another 8 or 9. Why not? They just do not have an answer in the middle of that line there right now, as those are some big offensive linemen.
Big offensive lineman, and he's a big back, too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's long. From up here, he looks like he's got to be 6'2", 6'3". He's a very slight of frame, powerful runner, and he's got that big fullback there.
Yep, as they'll line up once again to do the same. 3rd and 2. Stutter, step, nice job. Did they get him? Looks like they're going to mark it right at the line again, and they're going to get him a first down. So the Eagles and single-handedly Mathis is taking it to the Mustangs now as we're getting in a little more dangerous territory. Their Mustangs starting the second half just down 7, but Eagles are knocking on the door here once again.
Yeah, and J-Rock Solomon was there for the tackle. He's another multi-sport athlete, a great wrestler, been to state, I think 2 or 3 years in a row, and he's doing a good job on that defensive line.
See if they can come up with a stop here as Mathis and Johnson now. And a fake hand of a good call there, play by the Mustangs. Is that Hatton? Evan Hatton with a huge play, on what you would call a blitz a bit, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. They brought pressure, and they were doing a play action. I think, they like to run, and then do play action.
You're not going to find a tougher kid with the craziest sense of humor you're ever going to find. You'd think he's so intense, and he is. He's intense, but he's got a great sense of humor. Evan Hatton with a huge play there, and the Mustangs needed it. 2nd and 20 now.
That's awesome.
Ball back to the 27-yard line. And see if they can come up big here. Rohinen goes to the air, nowhere to be found there. Like I said, they haven't quite got the timing going there.
No,
so
not
if
at all.
The Mustangs can just find a way to stop Mathis here. They'd
right, plug up that middle, and I think they won't really have much of an offense. Mathis was not part of the team last year, and I remember last year it was a very pass-happy offense. This year they've actually been able to establish the run, get back to the blueprint of what Totino Grace football is. But I think, as they get more looks with this, the Mounds Mustangs will be able to stop that run. They're going to just keep getting looks. They do nothing too fancy, same play.
Well, 3rd and 20. They fake to Mathis, and look at here. Nice work.
There's a bad.
The Mustangs, Abdullah Abed in there. And he gets a big sack, and it'll be 4th and a mile for Totino Grace. So good defensive stops back-to-back by Hatton and Abed. There's another guy, by the way, Hatton. He plays 3 sports, football, hockey, and baseball. The kid does not have an off switch, I should say.
And that one they brought Hatton again. So there was pressure on the outside from Hatton. And it was Hatton alone and the D-line that just got a nice, good push there.
And off the handoff, nice play there by, I think, Heinrichs gets in there.
36.
By the way, Muhlstein, thank you. Muhlstein with a good stop, and that'll do it. The Mustangs will take over on downs. And, of course, Evan kind of sees himself as the Wayne Gretzky on the hockey team, but he's got a ways to go on that. So, no, he's a great defenseman. And although they may put him up at the forward position this year, as Coach Wendell, I don't know if he's listening along our YouTube line, but Evan, as I mentioned, he has such a great sense of humor. And it's been fun to see him. He plays alongside my son, Johnny Conlon, as a junior on the hockey team. So Evan helps spur a big play there, and a great call by your brother or the defensive team there to come up with a big stop because the Eagles were driving to go up 2. Let's see if Warwick and the offense can go. Look out, and he got a man on you. He gets it off just at the last second here. Nystrom tried to come down with it. And there's a whistle.
Flag.
And we got a flag? Oh, it was for Bry. I'm sorry, I didn't think that was Nystrom. Didn't see the green shoes.
Yeah, the numbers are tough to read when they got a lot of single-digit guys. 7, 9, 8, 3.
And let's see what the call is here. Did you think it was pass interference, perhaps?
I thought maybe it was going to be a hold, but I could be mistaken.
Hold on us? Oh, it is. Shoot. Okay, that's a bummer. That'll take the Mustangs back 10 yards. It looked like, only 5. Huh? So what was the call there? It looked like it was a hold, but I guess it was not. Offsides, perhaps? Interesting.
Illegal man
downfield. All right.
I didn't know that hand motion.
Yeah,
so
that didn't look like a legal man downfield, but nonetheless, it's now
It's first and 10 still.
first and 10.
Oh, first and 15.
It should be first and 15.
Yeah, first and 15.
Scoreboard is wrong. Here's a handoff to DJ Cook. DJ getting back to the near the line of scrimmage, or maybe got a yard beyond that, so about a 5-6 yard gain. The clock continues to run with a 1. It's a one-score game here.
One-score game,
Anthony.
and yeah, I mean another chance to get some momentum heading into that fourth quarter. 1:45 left, and the Mustangs just need a big play here. They've been able to capitalize when they were in the red zone. Let's see if they can actually create something on a drive here.
See if they can get a good snap here. Got it to Work. Work steps back and throws out to the outside, but Bry is not there, and it was well covered. It would have been a dangerous throw at that, as the Eagles were right there. So it's 3rd and 9 from the Mustang 30 here, Anthony. And of
3rd
course,
and 9, time to be aggressive. I'd expect either a draw here
okay.
to catch them off guard, so look like they're going to be throwing a pass and do a draw with Cook, or to air it out and try to get at least 9 here to drive them downfield.
Big play up coming here for the Mustangs. Off the snap, Work. He's got time, and he's got the man right over the middle, and great reception there.
Number
by
3.
Ryan Coonahan. All right, Cooney coming in. I didn't think he was going to play tonight, but apparently he's okay, because he had been hurt with a shoulder injury. I should have noticed because his pink gloves are out there.
That was a heck of a play. Way to come back. Nice throw.
And he came back to the ball. So Warwick finds probably one of his favorite receivers. Those two have been playing a long time together, back to their middle school days.
Yeah.
So good connection here as Coonahan gets the Mustangs their first down. And Warwick gets the snap, high snap. DJ Cook with the run that will gain maybe a yard. That's got to be tough when you're in that spread offense, Anthony, to go to that, handoff.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they want to create the look of an option where the quarterback does have the ability to pull it. But the toughest thing is when you are in a shotgun and you're starting already 6 to 7 yards behind the line, you really got to get a push up front because one guy gets through and it's a 3-yard loss.
Now, the other thing, I asked you this earlier, but I didn't ask you quite this, but when they do the signaling from the sideline like that, do they have the mental clock? Do they have a clock going on in their head? Because it always seems like it's taking so long.
Yeah, and I think that is.
Great pressure here by the Eagles, and Warwick is sacked. And that will be a big play for the Totino defense. So, go back to the timing issue.
Typically they do have a clock, and there is one person that's mainly in charge of communicating the call to the rest of the team. The rest of the team does have knowledge of what they're running, but there is one person that's supposed to, whether it's the center or the quarterback, to try to hurry people along.
Okay.
I think the hardest thing is when it's early in the year to get everyone streamlined, get everyone on the same page. Because sometimes, old school, they run the play in, or you have the quarterback getting the call. This one, everybody should know the play, and the quarterback is going to be also in charge of making sure we get it in on time. And they've struggled with that with at least 1 or 2 delay games this game.
Well, that's the end of the third quarter, by the way, and we will head to the fourth, down 7, as Totino Grace looking to see what is in store from them, from the Mustang offense, which got a little life and a little spark there from Ryan Coonahan on that last play.
Cooney.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and crosstown rivals here between the Totino Grace Eagles and Mounds Mustangs. I know a lot of these guys grew up playing against each other, or teammates sometimes, classmates, and the rivalry runs deep when you grow up in the same town.
Sure, I would agree with that too.
Or a town apart.
Yeah. Well, big play upcoming here for the Mustangs. And
third and about 15.
Third and about 15. See if they can come up with a first down. Off the snap. Big rush.
Green.
They get the pass off here, but it'll just gain back to the about 5 yards. Back to gives them a chance at 4th and 10 if they want to go for it here.
Yeah, going to be interesting. I know early in the fourth, only one possession game. I'd expect Mounds to punt it here because they've done a pretty good job defensively.
We got an injured player. Well, we got actually it looks like two now. There's one down for Totino Grace, and then the Mustang who caught the ball is now down on one knee, and they certainly don't need that. Oh my goodness. Maybe it's just a cramp.
Yeah.
Tyler Nystrom going to do a little work there.
Yeah.
It's not Tyler that's down. It's looks like Langston Hall, I believe. And 4th and 10 upcoming. Big play here for the Mustangs. What do? They go for it, or do they?
I think they're going to punt it.
Okay.
I think they're going to punt it here just for the fact that there's a lot of time, and the defense has shown they are able to stop them if they are given good field position.
Okay.
And I think, the DNA of this Mounds U team is they're going to be, typically the coaching-wise, they're going to do what the book says. And I think the book here says punt it. I think in about 6 minutes from now, game time, six game minutes, I think there might be a different story. But I think right now there's plenty of time. They still want to play the field position game.
And Hall is limping off, but he looks like he's going to try to go for it. As we mentioned, hard to tell from up here, but it looked like they were at least trying more of a working on a cramp of some sort. He's kind of working it through, so it's certainly able to put weight on it.
Yeah, definitely. Cramping, I mean, with the weather, playing both ways, you can see how a guy can get cramped up. Looks like the trainer's working on him, going to get him some electrolytes, maybe a banana, and get him back on the field because they do need Langston Hall.
So 4th and 10, and Sampson will come in and they'll kick it away. And as we mentioned, we noted that Bry had been at least the noted punter, but Sampson was kind of the backup, and I think he may have earned a spot with that last good dandy kick. Let's see if we can repeat it here. Oh, big high snap. And did it get it off, though? And a nice catch there by the Eagles right at about the 30-yard line.
Brave catch. That guy had guys coming at him. Yeah, he caught it, and he got hit.
And the Eagles will take over at their 29-yard line. And glad to have you all along on our first broadcast of the 2022 season. Bill Conlon, Anthony Calistro with you. Rocky Calistro watching at home. Day one. Is this day one or day
yeah,
two?
This is day,
okay.
I guess, technically day two. He came yesterday morning, so I know he and Molly are back home watching their dad and the Mustangs.
And they're going to come up with a good defensive stop here. Nice job. Gang tackling. And coming up, it looks like Mathis was picked up there by, again, this time Calistro, and who else is in there? It looked like it was 22. Muhlstein. Muhlstein's had a nice game, too.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Muhlstein and Kelly on the play. I mean, that was
oh, Kelly's in there now. Okay, he's gotten a chance here because, again, we've had some injuries the Mustangs have. Nystrom is in for Wynn in the defensive backfield. There's a hit Mathis this time, but Mustangs clog it up, only allowing him to get 1 yard or 4. Oh, they're going to give him 4 on that?
wow.
Looked like about 2 to me. Elliott with the stop. I guess if your defensive backfield is making the plays on the tackles on the runs, that's not good.
That's not good. But I mean, again, they are keying on number 2 and where he's going. A lot of what he's been doing is right up the middle and tightening up that inside. Big third down here for the Mustangs.
3rd and 6.
A pass.
Back, Rahonen goes to pass. The great. Did he get it, though? I don't think he got it. I don't think he was even close.
Unfortunately, I don't think I got that one on camera.
Oh, my. They said he was inbounds. That's hard to believe.
Yeah, that was a
right at midfield, or just into Mustang territory. The official makes the call. Let's see if we can see it here.
Couldn't see. It looked like he was.
I don't know.
That was tough. Tough camera work. We're working out the kinks too.
Well, that's unfortunate for the Mustangs. Defense has been playing well, and Ruhanen has not had much luck through the air. He's going to try it again. Going back the other way, he's got a guy wide open, and this time his man is all the way down inside. Touchdown, I believe. Let's see. Nope, he said he went out of the bounds at the 1 yard line. Malark got free there. He was it was a bit of a jailbreak almost. He was wide open, and he gets it all the way down to the 1 yard line. So this will be I guess it's the second effort that he got him out of bounds. By
Nystrom bit on the fake. It looks like he turned his back thinking it was a run, and Malloy made a second move and was wide open.
So now big play here, 1st and goal for the Eagles, looking to go up 2 scores. And off the handoff, Johnson is in, and the Eagles are on top at 19-6. Well, a tough set of plays there. Was the guy inbounds? I don't think he was at midfield, and that's a tough play.
That was a big play, yeah.
And because if you're pushed out of bounds, they can't give you that catch, and certainly seems like the official.
Yeah, the way the Mounds U staff was reacting, it definitely seemed like it was a tough call or not the correct call, because I know Coach Redmond's got a lot of integrity, and he was jumping up and down arguing the call. So tough call to make for the ref. I think at the same time as players, you got to move on and stop the next one. And unfortunately, that big play, 2 big plays in a row, led to them being in scoring position to score that touchdown and go up 20-6.
Well, maybe I think Carol Levin is here for sure, and somebody else, maybe they got it, and we'll get to see it later, see if they got a better look at it. 10 minutes to play in the football game, and the Eagles are on top 20-6 as McNeil did make the extra point. It was a line drive through the uprights, but he did make it good. Now here's a good one. See if they can't get, now they've put him back. I was looking at that for a second there that Wynn was going back in, but it's 41, not 4. So who is, gotta use my cheaters here. Hard to see who 41 is. There's not a 41 on my Mounds U, but he was back along with Safi. Safi's got it though. And here he comes. Safi going to the outside if he can get there. And he gets it all the way up to the 35-yard line. Amir Safi with a nice return for the Mustangs. So that'll give the Mustangs some good field position.
Yeah, definitely. And special teams is that other factor outside offense, defense that can really have a momentum swing. And I know that this is a good special teams unit, coached very well, and they want to make big plays on special teams. Nice return by Safi.
He only needed a little more daylight there, and he would have been gone. He's got some speed.
He does.
Owen Warwick, see if he can get to work here as the Mustangs find themselves down 2 touchdowns, 10 minutes to go. Pass out to the flat there is Pursuti. He'll maybe get 2 and see if the Mustangs go to a hurry-up of some sort. There's still a lot of time left, granted, but
got to start moving. Got to get 2 scores here, so look for the Mustangs to be a little bit more aggressive than they had been.
And get that play in quicker, it looks like. So.
Yep.
Spread offenses, of course, here as Work with a shotgun formation. Good snap that time. He's got, he hands it off to Cook, and Cook goes nowhere. Was that even DJ? Let's see.
Yep, that was Cook.
And that actually lost yardage. That's a tough again, it's like you said before, you're already starting 6 yards back, and when you hand that ball off,
Yep.
you better have quite a hole or quite an opening, I should say.
And that, I mean, I'm not 100% sure if that was a design option or if that was just a draw, because it seemed like it was a little bit late handing it off. And when you do the draw, if those guys aren't held off, the linemen are right there to make the play. Makes it very tough on your runner.
Work back the pass. He's got a man. He's got Nystrom
Big
right
play.
over the middle, and Nystrom makes this catch. Oh, what a catch into double coverage.
Beautiful catch by Nystrom.
And a great pass as well by Work, and it's a first down Mustangs.
Looks like Nystrom might be a little shaken up. He might, his ankle. Oh, no.
Or is it his wrist?
Wrist. And it looks like ankle, wrist.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Cramp,
Oh,
maybe.
no.
Cramp?
I hope that's all it is. I hope that's all it is.
That was bizarre. Watch his ankle. When he's walking off the field, his ankle kind of and his wrist.
Oh, his ankle just buckled there.
And then his.
And his wrist.
Yeah.
And then his buddy told him to go down. I don't know what's going on there. Boy, this must.
The way he was shaking his arm, it seemed like it was either like a Charlie horse or a cramp. So, I mean, hopefully it's one of those two things because those aren't super severe. Never like to see a guy go down, but I do think the way he was moving his arm that it's okay. It's not a break. It's not a sprain. I'm also no doctor.
Well, the Mustangs just can't afford to have this happen. They've just been riddled with injuries before the season even started. Losing their starting center, and it's been a mash unit to say the least. And then they lost Peter Wynn here during this game. Let's see, is he coming off? Okay, well that's a good sign. Really is a great sign actually. He's fine. He's just shaking it. Maybe he had, the old funny bone. Type
right,
thing,
right.
And just couldn't feel his. He looks like he's okay, and that's great news for the Mustangs.
Yeah, get him a
and their
breather, get him
fans.
some water. Yeah, he's a big part of this team on both sides of the ball.
And he made a great reception that gives him 1st and 10 at the 45, down by 2 touchdowns. Mustangs need some magic here. As they'll go back at it here. Looks like Coonahan, Bry, and Pursuti here on the near side. And then Logan on the far side. Or Langston Hall, on the far side. Work going over the middle. He's got Coonahan. Coonahan's got it for a first down and out of bounds. Great play by Ryan Coonahan. And the Mustang spread is working a bit. The timing is starting to happen here.
Yeah, definitely.
And they need that to go here.
That's the first time we got 2 completions in a row. Beautiful play. Cooney just ran across the middle there. It looked like it was like a flood.
So Coonahan,
slant.
There's a young man he's coming back after hurting his shoulder in the training camps, I guess, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And separated his shoulder. He wasn't supposed to play tonight, but thankfully he has because he's come up with 2 big catches. 8:14 to go. Work looking to pass. He's got a man. Can he get it to Nystrom? Nystrom down near the 2-yard line. Here on the near side, and the Mustangs are in
striking distance.
Here we go.
Looks like right when Care 11 leaves, Mustang starts making some plays.
Yeah.
Luckily we got it here.
The Care 11 guy left a play too early.
Yeah.
He could have one more for us, especially if we come back and win, or when we come back and win this.
That's right. We're in good position to do so. The passing game is really coming together. Warwick with 3 beautiful passes in a row. Offensive line did a great job holding off the pressure, giving him enough time to find those receivers. Great job all around by the offense.
High snap.
Keeps it.
And he's keeping it himself in for the touchdown. Warwick is in, and the Mustangs are on the board. Just down now by 8. And he makes it 20-12. Owen Warwick with the keeper. That was a nicely designed play. That
beautiful.
One, yes. And a nice drive by the Mustangs.
Warwick's done a nice job. He doesn't keep it a lot, and when he does, he really sells that fake. I know earlier he faked us out pretty good. That one, he really sold that fake, left it in there for a long time, had a wide open lane of the touchdown. Beautiful job by Warwick. Great drive by the offense.
Ben Hoyland is the kicker for the Mustangs. Warwick was the holder. Off the snap, the kick is up, and it's good. And the Mustangs are within 7. As this game has gotten interesting once again. 7:40 to go, and that Mustang offense, that's the one thing that you and I were talking before. If you're not a fan of the spread, that's when it looks good. But there are other times when, as you said, if you're not clicking, if you can't get the center snap, or if you got too much time for things to develop at this level, that's when you can have can be critical of it.
No, that was beautiful way to use space and speed.
And Tyler Nystrom coming up with yet another big play there, along with Ryan Coonahan. And the Mustangs are right back in it here at 20-13 with 7:40 to play.
And that's got to be a good confidence builder for this offense. They had a couple plays here, a couple plays there, but to put together a drive like that when your backs are against the proverbial wall, great job for this offense to find some identity in this spread and really see some success.
Well, and honestly, in a game where you've given up 4 turnovers, one of them for a touchdown, a pick 6, the fact that you're within a touchdown to tying, or a 2-point conversion to win, is a good sign here. Short kick. Let's see if the Mustangs can cover it well here. Nice run back all the way up near the 30-yard line. I don't know if that was just a bad, kick by DJ or just purposely wanted to get it high. As he's giving himself a little pat on the head. I think he wanted more out of that one. Unfortunately, got it up in the air a little bit. The wind has died down a bit, and now we've got a Totino Grace player down. Could be the cramping again. That's exactly what looks like the trainer's working on here. As we mentioned, game time started was like 90 degrees.
Yeah.
And it's been warm most of the day, Anthony. And I got to imagine that field, which actually I was on last Friday, did that first annual cornhole tournament. By the way, a shout out to my good friend Dave Baird.
Yeah.
He and Cale Gaynor, they knocked Coach Moberg out of the tournament. How about that, huh?
Jeez, no home cooking.
I had to give him that shout out because you know how competitive Moberg is.
Oh yeah. I know Moberg had the court in his house. I guarantee he was practicing days before.
He brought in everybody was like, "Who's his buddy?" His teammate was this Trig, and I know Aaron somewhat, but I didn't know who this teammate was. He probably brought him from the cornhole. ESPN tournament.
Yeah, exactly. He does not like to lose. He's a very intense guy. Yeah, we've had our fair share of cramps, injuries. Never like to see any guy get down. I hope he's okay. Back to the action here.
As the Eagles will set off with a 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line to start this possession with 7:34 to go. 20-13. Mustangs down by 7, but good pursuit here on the defense. And that'll hold the runner Johnson to 1 yard line, perhaps, or 1 yard, I should say, gain.
Mathis.
I thought somebody was down again.
Yeah, Mathis looks like a little banged up.
He's going off with a. Now there, it's interesting that when he went off like that, he looks a little skinnier than he does.
Yeah. When he's running the ball.
When he's running the ball, he looks a lot bigger.
Yeah, no, and when he's not in the game, they really have seemed to lean more on their pass. Under center here, wing.
They jump.
False start.
That'll help. Pick him back 5 yards. I mentioned it's a fairly good crowd, but for, it's Labor Day weekend and people must have.
State Fair.
Gophers are in town tonight. They're playing their opener. And then we've
got Jerry Kill. Jerry Kills makes his return to Minnesota.
And then we've got the wonderful parking lot issues out here, which were well documented, so I think that might have kept some people away. But good crowd on hand. The student section has been wanting to cheer for more and more, and they got a lot to cheer about on that last play, and a good defensive stop here.
Helmet came off. A bed
with another great play, good tackle, and that brings up, I think, they haven't put it on the scoreboard, but it should be 3rd and about 16. Let's see, they haven't updated the scoreboard. I can't tell from my bad old eyes up here. 3rd and 15, they're going to call it. So 3rd and 15 from the Totino Grace 25. Big play here, Anthony.
Yeah, big play here. Look for the trips to the strong side.
See if
Look
Ruhanen
for a
comes
pass.
up.
Quick
Looked
slant.
over the middle. He's
Oh,
got
wow.
the man just shy. Let's see where they mark it. They're going to mark it up again.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
that was
unbelievable. The
right
official-
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh. The official marking this, I cannot believe it, and neither can Aaron Moberg. Wow. I cannot believe it. The Mustangs have not fared well against the officials tonight, and that one is just, I mean, they're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. They say it's the first down.
A lot of generous spots this game, that's for sure.
And I think Moberg's more upset about the catch that was made here at midfield, which totally looked like it was not a legal play, or what shouldn't have been in bounds. Nonetheless, the Eagles go back at it, and the Mustangs just have to get up a big stop here with 5:40 to go.
Yeah, I'd look for the Eagles to really start milking that clock. 5:30 left on the clock, up 7, and they've done a decent job so far establishing that run. What I think they're going to look to do is run, play action.
And Evan Hatton with a stop there. That does, as you mentioned, bring the clock down, however, and so the Mustangs now have 2 enemies on the field there. They got the Eagle offense and the clock to worry about.
There's a play action.
Play action out on the flat, got the pass completed, and a good gain here by the Eagles. It looks like Malark, I think he said, are in there for the Muhlstein with the tackle for the Mustangs, but it again brings the clock down to under 4:45 now, and it'll be a big 3rd down and 3 near midfield. And Ruhanen under center. Takes a little time here as you get the handoff. Look out, and this time, again.
Jeez,
there's
generous spot.
Another generous spot. I mean, the knee, it should be
Oh,
where the
my.
knee goes.
That was short.
And
You watch.
these officials now are getting it from all sides because the Mustangs are tired of watching this. Totino Grace given yet another first down. Now they're going to call it back. It says it's 4th down and inches. Will it matter? I don't know, because that offensive line is pretty robust there.
Right.
But they were really quick to give them the first down when they didn't look to see where the knee went down.
Well, and it also puts the Eagles in an interesting spot, right, where it's not a for sure go for it. They, field position-wise, they may be better off punting here,
Well,
where you could see them do the quarterback punt potentially.
Well, they're actually
No, it
going
looks like they're
to
gonna
snap
lap
this
there.
quick. Mustangs look like they're a long way away. That's a first down and more. Ruhanen is still not down. Look out. He's off to the races, and touchdown, Eagles. I'm not sure what happened there, but the Mustangs were a long way off the
Goes the distance.
That's an unfortunate occurrence there.
The penalty flag on the play.
Did he jump? I'm not sure what happened. Where's the penalty flag, though? That's way after the play, I believe, isn't it?
He just kept driving his feet. Looks like no one tackled the ball carrier.
So is it after the play then, or what's the penalty? I think the touchdown's still good, though, right?
I don't think so.
I think it is.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's for celebrating after the play. I'm not sure, actually. It's hard to tell from up here. The touchdown is good because there's no way he went out of bounds. I don't know what the call is here. Now they're just saying they're bringing up. Are they just picking up the flag? There was no penalty?
No penalty on the play.
No penalty.
No penalty on the play. Okay. Oh. Okay, there was a penalty. Touchdown is good. And I think they're going to have to push it back for the extra point. All right, well, now we'll see if McNeil can put this one through and give Totino Grace a 2-touchdown lead. Now there's a flag here on the extra point. I think it might be on Mounds view. Let's take a look. Dead ball foul. No, it's on the Eagles. I've seen crazier things happening, Anthony, where the Mustangs have been able to score 2 touchdowns in a short amount of time.
Oh, yeah.
This could be a big play here.
Yeah, plenty of time here still. And the way the offense was driving to end their last drive, they have a little bit of momentum. So look for them to be aggressive. It was kind of a series of unfortunate plays and unfortunate calls that
they're going to
end up with a TG touchdown.
They're certainly going to want to see what happened on the Care 11 film to see if that guy made that catch in midfield, because that broke this game. That was
and you also know, like, the team is, luckily with all the help of sponsorships, the Huddle Club have great technology where they have this game on multiple angles. So I know my shoddy filming is going to hopefully not be the one they're going to rely on for it.
Well, you've done just a fine job up here. Especially, thankfully, the wind went down, because it was blowing hard here for that first half. I thought we weren't going to get the cameras to stay still.
No, definitely. Special teams here looking for a big play. Momentum swing can happen quick, and 3:58 is a lot of time left. I know Coach Moberg would tell these guys, you got to still believe, you got to still fight.
Have 2 timeouts remaining as well. So we'll see what happens. And McNeil to kick it off here with 3:58 to go in the game. Mustangs down by 2 touchdowns, 27-13 after Ruhonen went for 51 yards on a 4th and 1. That's a tough break there. Here's Safi. Safi getting to the outside again. Safi, and a big tackle near midfield.
Horse collar.
Yeah, seemed like it. And the coaches, Mustang coaches, come over. But Amir Safi does a nice kickoff return up near midfield. And the Mustangs have some good field position once again. And now the official, I don't know what he's talking to the head referee. I don't know if they were going to add anything on here. He never threw a flag. I think they're just talking about the hit. Meanwhile, the Mustangs offense will go to work here with 3:51 to go. And as you mentioned, Anthony, they were in, yes, they are going to call a penalty here. Personal foul. They did call it, even though they didn't throw a flag. They're giving the Mustangs 15 yards here. So that's a huge play, huge call.
Yeah, huge play, big momentum shift, and we'll take it any way we can right now. Getting that field position to get within striking distance.
It did look like a horse collar, or at least a kind of a slam down. I don't know.
Yeah, unnecessary roughness.
Let's see who they're going to call this on. They're calling it on dead ball foul on the defense. So a 5-yard gain there without the clock moving. So that's helpful.
Yeah.
Right?
5 more yards. First down and 5 at the 35.
Bill Conlon, Anthony Calistro with you here from Mustang Stadium, Bob Stewart Field. High atop here in Arden Hills in the home and season opener for the Mustangs. Find themselves down 14 points here with 3:51 to play, but do not give up on the green and white here. Let's see if they can come up with a big play. Out of the shotgun. Work in the spread with 3 receivers left. And Bry here, the tight end receiver to the right. Work looking to pass, but he got to get some protection first. He's scrambling. He throws down low inside to Cunahan, and it was behind Ryan there that time. And he may. I was going to say, I thought maybe, but because of the 5-yard, I got confused by where the line of scrimmage was there. I thought he was almost at the line of scrimmage, but it was the 5-yard penalty previous that threw me off. Anyway, here we go, 3:43, so only 8 seconds go off the clock. And it brings up 2nd and 5. Mustangs looking to make a big comeback here.
Yep, big comeback, and they got to start putting it together quickly here. Good field position for the Mustangs. Trips to the left.
Warwick's going over the middle. He's got Bry. Oh, behind him. He threw it behind him, and it's picked off. And big pick off there by the
Got a flag down after
Eagles.
the play.
Warwick's pass intended for Bry is intercepted.
As Devin Millark got in there. Now there is a flag, but I think it was after the pickoff, wasn't it? After the interception?
Yep, it was.
So unfortunately, the interception will stand. So Owen that time threw it behind the receiver. Again, I don't know, but it looked as though, I mean, that's what it looked like, unless Jack was supposed to run a different pattern. But Owen has got to be beside himself because he's had a tough night here with some turnovers. Illegal block by the Eagles after the interception, so that'll bring the ball back. So 15 yards back to the 19-yard line. Well, never say never, right, Anthony?
Yeah,
There's
that's
still
right.
3:33 to go as some of the fans are leaving, but it's
not looking great for the Mustangs here.
They got to come up with a big play. If they can come up with an interception or.
Yeah, and it looks like this is a lot of the second unit guys for the Mustangs offensively on the offensive line.
Or you mean for the Eagles?
Sorry, yeah, Eagles, yes.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
That's okay.
Falling asleep here.
Rohannon, though, is still in there, and he just had that big carry for the touchdown moments ago. As it's 3:24 to go in the game. That may do it. Kaharski got a couple of yards and just run it up the middle, see if they can't seal it with a first down here.
Tackle made by Colin Elliott.
We mentioned at the top, both teams had come in after uncharacteristically tough seasons last year, 3-6 on the season for both teams, and they're looking to get back in the winning ways. Oh, there's a snap, and he fumbled the snap, so that ball is dead there. That's a break.
Yeah, the time is going to keep running up. Heroes timeout by Mounds View. Mounds View has 2 timeouts left. I think that's
one now, actually.
Yeah, 1 now.
So, well, we need a
gotta do what you can, yeah.
Need a bit of a miracle here, Anthony. With 2:46 to go. We're glad you're with us, though, here from Mustang Stadium, our opening game, as Mounds, who, as we mentioned, has been hampered by some big-time injuries to some of their key players, and had a couple more go down tonight. So let's hope some of those that got hurt tonight are not out for a long period of time. I guess the good news is, at least on my front, what I was told, that Ryan Cunahan was not going to play tonight. He has played, and he's played very well for the times that he's been targeted.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's injured, and it's good to see that he's able to come back, and that means we're going to have Cooney for the whole season. He'll be healthy, and he'll only get better from here. Seems like he's got really good chemistry with Warwick.
And then now Totino Grace takes a timeout. Or wait, is it a penalty? What is going on here? Yes, it was a penalty.
Yeah, these referees are getting their
steps in.
Yeah, their steps, and they're making them earn this paycheck.
Oh, it was another movement. Okay, I did not see the movement. I guess it. I see now on the play here, off the good job by the defense there. Hatton over there in the bed, giving them a little run for their money, and that made them jump on the left side of the line. Off the handoff, and this will bring up a 4th down. So now the Mustangs, again, it's the clock that's really their enemy, unfortunately.
Right.
And
Use their last time out here.
for a team that has given up 5 turnovers, that's the other thing. To be actually in this game is quite remarkable.
Yeah, totally.
So they'll have to shape that up too, right?
Yep. I mean, this is going to be something they're going to talk about all week is ball control.
And it doesn't get any easier. They'll play Osseo next week. Osceo's got the escapes my name. His name escapes me right now, but he's D1 lineman. Now he can't take over a game necessarily.
Yeah,
like a quarterback could, but he is. And they've got some other big guys along that front line. And they were giving Maple Grove all they could handle.
Yeah, Maple Grove was a favorite, I know, this year for the state title. So if and that's a crosstown rivalry as well. And yeah, they're going to have their work cut out of them next week. No cupcakes on this schedule.
Now Tyler Nystrom is in at midfield to receive this kick. And is it Ruhanen? Yeah, Ruhanen must be their punter as well, because it didn't say in my starters for Totino. So he is back to kick here with 2:40 to go. And off the kick, it's a shanked kick out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was that on purpose? I don't know what happened there.
Tipped or?
Oh, maybe. Yeah. And there up comes another player limping for the Mustangs. Hopefully, again, just cramps or something.
It looks like it was maybe tipped. Let's see here on the replay.
Yeah, it seems strange that. No, I think it's just, you know what?
Yeah.
Well, it's possible, but I think it was just the fact that the guy was coming.
Sure. They
threw him off.
Short-legged it.
Yeah.
Well, this is good field position. Hey, miracles do happen.
Boy, wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, that would be special.
Let's see if
Work
and company can get one in the end zone quick here and then look for an onside kick. And trips to the left off the center snap. Work's going to just run and go out of bounds. Not bad. He picks up about 8 yards down to near the 18-yard line. Oh, now we got a player hurt again.
Jeez.
Again, it might be like the cramps we were talking about, because unless I don't know. I think
it
that's
looks pretty stiff.
Yeah, he looks like he's holding his. They got some big boys on that line.
They do.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Just a cramp. Ooh. Just a cramp, or at least that's what they're working on.
Yep. Get him some Gatorade.
Well, we've done it a couple times. Why not? One more shout out to Rocky Calistro, and congratulations to your brother Vince, the defensive coach, his wife Molly, giving birth to their first child yesterday, and of course, proud uncle up here, Anthony.
Yep. No, it's been no shortment of excitement this week, and definitely a blessing to the family. I know Vince is really focused on the team and the game, but I know at the same time, in the back of his mind, he's got to be thinking, I got Rocky waiting
He's got
at
some
home
sleepless
for me.
nights coming up is what he's got.
No, going into the game, I could tell he'll never admit it, but he looked like he's running on very few hours of sleep. Rocky was born at 3 a.m. or 2:57 a.m.
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, like it came quick, and I don't think there was much time to rest.
Well, all our best to Molly and Rocky and your brother Vince. That's exciting. And let's see if the Mustangs can't come up with a little Rocky miracle here.
Yeah.
Last minute knockout as they get back after the timeout there. There was a injury timeout, by the way. 2:28 to go. But the Mustangs are out of timeouts. So Warwick back. He's got to hurry.
Wow.
Going to have to get rid of it. And he threw it into triple coverage.
Jeez.
There wasn't anybody there, and he took a hit.
88 was swarming. That is a big, big man.
Well, and Owen may not make it to the end of the season if we don't find a way to get him a little protection, although he had the ball. He waited a long time. Good coverage sack, I guess we'll call it.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't able to evade that sack, but 88 was closing in on him, and he is definitely a big guy. I would not blame Owen for not wanting to get hit by that guy.
2:22 to go. 3rd and 3, by the way, which is important here as the Mustangs need to find a quick hit, and they do over the middle. Who is that? 22.
That was Heinrichs.
Heinrichs.
Touchdown?
No, down there. They don't give us that kind of mark. The officials don't give us that kind of mark. Going to have to hurry here. 2:14 to go. The clock did stop with the run, but see if they can't get this one in now. And, yep, the clock does start
There we go.
again.
Under center, QB sneak.
Perhaps. We'll see. There's Totino trying to bring on a guy at the last second there. He would have been better to sneak that, and he does. In for the touchdown. Work with another touchdown, his second of the game, and it is 27-19. And do you go for 2?
I think they're going to probably kick the field goal just for the fact that.
Okay, sure. Yeah, Hoyland is in.
I'd go for 2. I think you're going to expect to see the onside team onside kick here shortly, which is always an exciting
play in football.
Yeah.
Right? Hoyland, though, needs to make the kick. That's first of all. And he does.
His kick is up and it's good.
That's good. So it's 27-20. Hang on to your hats here. 1:58 to go. The Mustangs are not done yet.
Beautiful play design to get Heinrich in space in that screen. Heinrichs has been all over the field defensively, and it's awesome to see him get on the other side of the ball and making a big play when they needed it most.
Well, this should be interesting. As you mentioned, Hoyland, I believe, well, we'll see. DJ Cook usually does the kickoffs, but Hoyland is the place kicker, and then Bry is the punter. I'm not sure who for the special teams is the actual onside kick master. Certainly the Eagles know it's coming because you don't have any timeouts, so you've got to go with the onside kick.
Right.
You can't kick it deep and hope for the best. So we'll see what happens here. And the Eagles, of course, will get their teams or their hands team out there. Yeah, it's DJ. DJ is the kicker, so DJ Cook going out. And we'll see what
Kicking off for the Mustangs.
happens here.
DJ Cook.
All right. And they got to get one man in position here. All right. Well, here we go. Looking for an onside kick. See if they can come up with it. Oh, and he's got it, and he's going to go with it. Taking it.
Can't advance
he
that.
can't advance it, but he got it.
Let's go.
The Mustangs get the onside kick.
Hey, this crowd is alive.
And the Mustangs are still alive despite all of what has gone wrong tonight. Oh, my goodness. DJ, great kick. He kicked at the top of it. It bounced over the
right off of his hands or his chest.
I think the most surprised guy in the place was that Heinrichs or who ended up
36.
36. Himmelstein. He wanted to take it all the way.
Yeah, and I think he might have.
He might have if he had given it a chance.
Yeah, I don't like that rule that you can't advance it. I think it should be a live ball. They should be able to advance it.
Well, it's 1:55 to go, and here we go. Mustangs with a chance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm awake again.
And they just got to take their time. They do not have to hurry this. Get out of bounds. Get out of bounds. Jack Bry with a completion down to the 35-yard line.
Gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
And the clock will stop there.
And a first down for Mounds.
Jack Bry. Are we having fun now?
We're having fun. Things are clicking. The offense, the timing is really coming together at the right time.
At the right time. DJ Cook still back in there as a lone setback. And you got trips to the left. And Bry, the lone receiver here to the right. As Warwick gets the snap. High snap once again, but he's brought it down. He's going deep. He's got Nystrom there.
Oh, my gosh.
Reception down to the 1-yard line.
Wow.
Oh, my. Tyler Nystrom brings it in, and the Mustangs are in
Scoring territory within the 5-yard line.
heavens.
First and goal. Beautiful play.
What a beautiful play.
That ball was
Nystrom.
hung up there for a while.
And now actually might have scored might have gotten here too fast.
Yeah.
What do we got? A whistle? I don't know what the. Now what's the question here? It looks like the officials are. I don't know. Okay, I thought the officials were. Okay.
2 timeouts left for Totino Grace, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them burn one if they run the ball.
Well, this will be interesting. Do you run the ball here? 141. You want to take some time off that clock. You don't want to give them back the ball. That's
right.
Right. I mean, that's my.
Well, no, yeah, I think that it's risky with a pass. No.
Oh no. Oh no. Warwick just threw it into double coverage, and this one is going to be done. Totino Grace, I don't know what he was seeing there.
He was trying to make a play. It looks like there was one guy.
He had plenty of time. He did not need to do that. And, yeah, he saw his man in the end zone, but his man in the end zone, Tyler Nystrom, had fallen. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Had every opportunity right in front of them to make this a tied ball game. But again, it is a learning experience, and it is first game of the year where every game they're going to try to be getting better and clearing up those mistakes because that was a big one.
Well, I would like to would have liked to seen that once again because it looked like Nystrom was in open for a minute and then all of a sudden down in a heap. But I did not see whether he got knocked down. I'd like to see that one again. Nonetheless, not a great decision by Warwick to throw it into all that coverage, and they had plenty of time. So unfortunately, there's going to be a timeout here by Totino Grace. They will be able to kneel it and be done here. I'm not sure why they're taking the timeout, actually. Right?
Yeah, I think, with the 40 seconds, they could wind it down.
Well, there are some positives out of this game. As you mentioned, there's a lot to work on. 5 turnovers, 6 now. But DJ Cook, how about that? Nice onside kick. That was there. There have been some highlights, good highlights.
Yeah, and coming back. I mean, being down 2 scores with an opportunity to win the game on the 2-yard line. That's all you can ask for. Putting your guys in the right positions. I think these guys are going to be kicking themselves a little bit watching film tomorrow.
Well, and you mentioned, it's all predicated as to finishing the season. It's not all going to be won tonight or lost tonight. So
exactly,
you got to get yourself ready for those playoffs, and that should. Well, let's see. They'll have to snap it one more time.
Yep, victory formation here.
Give credit to the students. Not a lot of the Mounds View students have actually left the senior stable, as they call it now. And an unfortunate opportunity gone by there. They had plenty of time. They did not need to rush that or force that play, and they did. And unfortunately, they'll look back on that one and see that as a lost opportunity. And looking for one more snap, perhaps. That might do it, or will they have to do it one more time here?
I think they may have one more snap left.
Yeah.
I think it's about 40 seconds run off.
So Mounds, who tried to make a miraculous comeback there, they got the great touchdown. Owen Warwick actually ends up with 2 touchdowns tonight. Tyler Nystrom got the first one in the first half, and some good passing plays. But unfortunately, 6 turnovers will be the difference in this one, as the Mustangs are going to fall in the opener 27-20 at the last snap here. Totino Grace will go to 1-0. And
Mustangs back to the drawing board.
Yeah, back to the drawing board, and let's hope some of those injuries are not big ones, especially for Nguyen and some of the other players that got hurt that are seniors, of course, for the Mustangs that already have some seniors that are hurt. Mounds, who will go on the road, they'll have another Thursday night game. They play at Osseo next week, Anthony, and then back home in 2 weeks to take on White Bear Lake. So
look for them to bounce back quick. They don't have a lot of time in between games to sit and sulk. I imagine tomorrow they're going to be dissecting the film, have a lot to go over, and this Mounds U team knows how to respond to a little bit of adversity. So look forward to a better showing, cleaning some things up next week.
Yeah, and I wonder. I'll be interested to see, like you said, there's some other people taking camera angles. I'm going to look at that get home tonight and watch Care 11, see if that if they have that on. They may not use it as one of their highlights, but that catch at midfield where I thought clearly the player did not get in bounds. He was pushed out of bounds, which you can do, and shouldn't have been a first down. Nonetheless,
big momentum play.
Nonetheless, Mustangs hurt themselves tonight with a bunch of turnovers, and that's what's going to sting probably.
And you can see Peter Nguyen in crutches with a knee taped up. So,
oh boy,
that's
a tough one.
Doesn't look too good. So we'll check in on him, and hopefully he'll be back next week.
Yeah, that doesn't
good
look
sportsmanship by him to be out here when
right
he was injured and could have been hanging in the locker room. He's out here supporting his teammates.
Well, a heck of an opener and a heck of a way to start the season as Totino Grace wins this one 27-20 for Anthony Calistro and Nate Smeal, our game side engineer, and Rob Reitz, of course, our executive producer. I'm Bill Conlon. Thanks so much for coming in and being with us here tonight at Mustang Stadium. Rob will be with you. Rob and Anthony will be with you next week from Osseo. And I'll see you in 2 weeks when the Mustangs return home to take on the Bears.
Thanks, Bill.
All right, final score once again, Totino 27 and the Mustangs 20. Good night, everybody.